Training and Certification course under Scientific Committee KSOS. I am very proud and privileged to do this particular modules, the whole session. We are happy that you could all join us tonight. This session is all about learning the basics of AI tools. And I think the first module is on the very commonly used, the Gemini and ChatGPT, which we are all been using for a long time or for the last few years without much knowledge about it. We are all trying to learn it, but now we have a very expert trainer who would like to teach us how to use it basically to the best of our to make it maximum utility to our profession as well as our personal life. So it is just the first step in our special course, and we have an entire session modified for our profession coming up in the next 10 modules, finishing in November, just before Drishti, where we will have an offline session for the final certification. This is how the program is made. And we are lucky to have Dr. Sharon Basil, who is very busy with AI training, and he's world famous now. And he will teach us today as well as in other modules. He's an expert in this topic. My special thanks to our president, Dr. Rajiv Sudhmaran, sir, for taking this as a presidential project this year, and also for helping me in conducting this program. And my special thanks to our secretary, Dr. Mallika Madam, and my treasurer, Dr. Anita, and all our fellow committee members, especially my core scientific committee members. So most of all, thank you for being here today. Your interest is what makes this program special. Let's have a great learning session together. I invite our president, Dr. Rajiv Sudhmaran, sir, to give a few words before starting the program. Thank you.
A very good evening to all of you. At the outset, let me thank Dr. Sujit, our Dynamic Scientific Committee Chairman, for initiating the presidential project even before I requested him. Thank you very much, Sujit. As all of you know, we have two presidential projects this year, namely AI in ophthalmology for our own members and ANBU, eye examination and treatment for the differently abled children across the state, which is for the community. It has already taken shape and many clubs have implemented the project in full swing. This monthly online AI training and certification program is truly a visionary initiative, and this program comes at a very important time when artificial intelligence is no longer a future concept, but a present-day clinical companion. AI is quietly but powerfully reshaping ophthalmology from diagnostics and imaging to documentation, research, education, and patient communication. However, the real impact of AI depends not on the technology itself, but on how wisely and ethically clinicians use it. That is exactly where this program stands out. This structured monthly series from prompt engineering and AI tools in ophthalmology to literature review, education, data analysis, and even app development has been thoughtfully designed to make AI practical, safe, and clinically relevant for every KSO's member. I would also like to appreciate and thank our course director, Dr. Sharon Basil, for taking up this academic responsibility and leading us through this journey in a systematic and user-friendly manner. Above all, Dr. Sharon being a doctor himself and his wife being an ophthalmologist, he will understand our needs and accordingly adjust to the teaching pattern compared to an IT professional. Continuous learning like this strengthens KSOs as a progressive, future-ready society. Finally, I would like to say that in a few years' time, there will be two sets of ophthalmologists, one who adapted AI and moved forward, and the others will be left behind. So I strongly encourage all members to actively participate, ask questions, experiment responsibly, and integrate these tools to improve efficiency so that we can spend more time where it matters most, that is with our patients. With these few words, I extend my felicitation to the KSO's AI training and certification program and wish it great success. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Now I request my scientific committee member, Dr. Minnie Matthew, to please introduce Dr. Sharon Basil for the members. Dr. Minnie, please unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes,
Hello.
please. Yes.
Honorable President of KSOS, Dr. Rajivan sir, our Scientific Committee Chairman, Dr. Sujit Nainar, respected office bearers of KSOS, esteemed senior members, colleagues, and friends. On behalf of the KSOS and the Scientific Committee, it gives me immense pleasure to introduce our course faculty, Dr. Sharon Basil. He is presently working as Associate Professor of Community Medicine and Assistant Medical Superintendent at MOSC Medical College, Kolanjeri. He is widely recognized for his pioneering work at the intersection of healthcare and technology. He is also a course faculty for AI training under the University of Calgary, Canada. He has developed over 10 health-focused mobile apps, many addressing non-communicable diseases and mental health. His app for deaf rehabilitation earned the prestigious MIAT Best App Award in the US, and his diabetes platform Beat Diabetes reaches over 1 million users annually, winning the Healthline Best App of the Year award. We have with us a speaker who embodies the vision of bridging medicine, technology, and education. He is a published author, the CEO of Chronotome, a startup which is dedicated to empowering researchers and clinicians with AI tools. He has trained over 8,000 medical faculty and researchers over more than 30 countries. He is collaborating with premier institutes such as AIMS, JIPMER, and multiple national medical societies. The AI course proposed for the KSOS under the presidential project, as Sir has just told us, is structured, beginner-friendly, and deeply practical. This initiative positions KSOS as a national leader in structured AI education for ophthalmologists. On a personal note, Dr. Sharon has been my mentor in AI ever since I have been part of his AI courses since 2 years back. His wife, Dr. Anu, belongs to our specialty. She works as a consultant ophthalmologist at Ahilya Eye Hospital, Todupuzha, and their daughter Amy is a class 6 student at St. Peter's. Once again, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Dr. Sharon Basil, and I look forward to an enlightening, inspiring, and transformative session. On to Dr. Sharon.
Thank you, ma'am. So let me share my screen.
I would request all members to kindly mute yourself, and if there is any doubt or anything to be asked, please raise your hand so that Dr. Sharon can reply to you.
Sure. So is my my screen is visible, right?
Yes, doctor.
So thank you, Sujit sir, and all the KSOS, the new KSOS team for inviting me for the session. I had a very bad cold in the respiratory infection last week, so I'm just recovering. So that's why my voice is a bit muffled, and there may be some episodes of cough in between. So some mungur jam edukkan ippade. Then regarding the today's session, now today is purely focused on the basics of AI, and we will be learning about two main tools which will really help you regarding your AI journey. That is one, ChatGPT. The second is called Gemini. Both are completely free to use. Now coming to the specialty of all these sessions. Things like, when you are attending most of this AI session, like many of you might have attended some sessions previously by other faculty and all. But the thing is like, there is no point in understanding so much theory, right? We don't need to know what is various aspects of all these theory, how these tools works and so on. We are purely focused on how this particular tool can help in our specialty, or how this will be beneficial for us to save some time, or help us to improve the quality of our work, or to bring about new ability to us, right? So by creating songs or creating beautiful videos or social media content and so on, right? So specifically focused on that, I'm carefully planning all these sessions, all these 10 sessions in such a way that I won't be teaching you any theory. Everything will be purely practical, and they will be like in a capsule format, in a ready to use format, so that you will be able to find some practical applications of them, either in your clinical practice, or maybe in your family life, to create some really interesting things that you can share in your family groups and all, or those things which will help in your academic journey, like to become like a better teacher, or to become a better researcher. So that's the whole idea of the entire session. Now, when we planned the session, so Sujit sir, we had a long discussion over a few weeks, and we carefully planned these sessions in such a way that we are covering almost all aspects of AI which are important for a doctor, especially an ophthalmologist. So in today's session, we will be covering the prompt engineering part. Next month, we will be covering how it will be helpful for you in a clinical practice. Like, we have so many AI tools out there, so which will be helping you to find out all those evidence-based answers and so on. That gives you always accurate answers. After that, we slightly move towards the research aspects. So on month 3, we'll be covering the literature review tools, and month 4, we'll be seeing how we can use AI for writing research aspects, as well as how to use AI for converting your discharge summaries to case reports. And since we touch on research, obviously you need to have some idea regarding how you need to do the citation, right? So we will be covering Sotero on month 6, followed by how you can use AI for data analysis. Now, the data analysis part is really interesting. It's like you don't need to know all those nitty-gritties regarding statistics, like which all like tests are required for which all aspects, whether you need to go for parametric or non-parametric, which all analysis are needed. Everything will be automatically done with AI, and these are free to use. So that's really interesting, and it will also do the visualization with high level of accuracy. And after that, since we already have the research part done, we need to know what exactly is plagiarism, how AI can be used for plagiarism removal, what is AI watermark, and so on. After that, we will be covering, maybe in that week, I'll cover a bit on academic aspects also, because we will get some extra time. So I'll be teaching you how you can use AI for creating videos, some social media content, medically attractive medical images. Everything will be covered in that month 8 session. And month 9 is one of the most interesting session, in which how you can use AI, especially free AI tools, to create high quality PowerPoint creations. And finally, in the last session, we will be covering how AI will be used for creating apps. So previously, we cannot imagine ourselves creating apps, right? We need to we need to have a deep understanding of the programming language and all. But with AI, you just need to tell it what exactly you need. Like, you want to create a calculator for calculating certain parameters of cornea, or you want a app which automatically uses your phone camera to look at a retinal image and automatically interpret it accurately. Like that, you can simply create. You simply need to tell these AI tool, and it will create a 100% working app which you can share with your friends, and which will be really useful for you in lot of aspects. And these are again free to use. So these are the a bird's eye view of the topics that we will be covering in the coming months. Now, regarding the way in which I want the sessions to go on, it's like today I'll be, this is our first session, I don't want you to want to confuse you with like all this detailed hands-on and all. But maybe from the second session onwards, like from next month onwards, I just want you to be part of the session. Like whenever I am teaching, I will try to throw some challenges at you, and how I actually want to open those AI tools simultaneously. Like I will be waiting for you to do that, and how you can try those aspects in real time alongside me. Okay, so for that aspect, you can do in two ways. Suppose if you are at home, you are having a strong Wi-Fi connection, then it's better that you have your laptop with you, and you attend the session using your mobile phone. So you need to log into Zoom only using your mobile phone. So you can watch some what I am teaching or my screen in your mobile phone. And at the time of the hands-on parts, you can actually try that out in your laptops. Okay, so that is one way of doing it. The other way is like you can directly log into Zoom using your laptop itself, and you can minimize the Zoom screen within laptop, and then try out whatever I am teaching in your Chrome or whatever browser that you're using. So in these two ways you can try, but ensure that you are logging into Zoom through only one account. Okay. So today I'm not planning to have that much hands-on, but we will see. We will see as the session progresses. I'll I'll try to have some interaction, but from next month onwards, there will be detailed interactions. All right. Now, regarding the doubts and all, whenever you come across some issues, like you want me to repeat something, or when you want me to show something one more time, just let me know in the Zoom chat. Okay. Like we'll have a detailed Q&A session towards the end of the session, where I'll be going through all these questions in the Zoom chat. Okay, in between we'll have a continuous flow, and towards the end I will be tackling all of these. And those parts you want to see again, just let me know in the chat, and at the end I will be repeating the steps once again. Okay, so that's the way the session will be flowing. Now, before starting all the session, I used to show this slide. So you know the story of Spider-Man, right? Spider-Man was a college student, as you see here. His name was Peter Parker. Then he got bitten by a radioactive spider, and he got transformed himself into a superhero. Okay, he got all those superpowers. Just like that, during these sessions over these 10 months, you will be bitten by so many instead of radioactive spiders, there will be AI spiders, and each during each session you will get one superpower. So by the end of these 10 months, you will get almost 10 superpowers. Okay, by superpowers I am telling like you will get ability to create social media content automatically without depending anyone. You will be able to create flyers for your next event, or maybe some cataract day or glaucoma day is coming up, so you can create a beautiful flyer by yourself. You can create so many aspects. You can create a song. So many interesting things you will be able to do by yourself after attending these sessions. Okay, so get ready for all those superpowers, and this is a guarantee from my end. You will be definitely will be able to get these superpowers, and all your other friends who are not attending the session, they will be amazed at how you are able to do all this. Okay, so that's the introduction. Now we just have a look at how AI has evolved over these years. So we know ChatGPT from 2022. So even though this is comparatively a newer concept, the original work behind AI tool that has started during Second World War, as you have seen here, and during that time there was a strong fight going on between Germany and US. And that time the engineers employed by these countries, they were trying to create some neural networks, which initially it was not AI that time. They were called neural networks, and they were trying to use this technology to decode the enemy encrypted messages. Okay, and as time passed by, they developed certain features on all these, whatever they have developed, they got evolved over the years, or the past 80 years. And in 2022, the things has took a very interesting turn. Okay, during that time, that particular level of AI technology, they were able to pass an interesting test called Turing test. Now, Turing test is a really interesting test. Under Turing, what Turing test means is that suppose an AI tool is able to create a content. Say it can be an essay regarding Cochin, or say it can be an image, or it can be a video, and you're showing that particular content to a third neutral person who doesn't know regarding the origin, and that person is not able to identify whether this is AI generated or whether this is created by human, which means that the quality of creation is of that high quality, so that it becomes indistinguishable between a machine and a man. Okay, then that particular AI tool or particular technology is said to have passed a Turing test. So it took them around 80 years, 80 long years to reach that level of perfection. And from that point onwards, they understood like this is the way to go. That particular technology which passed the Turing test, they took that as the base. Okay, and based on that, they started developing AI systems. And now ChatGPT was born in 2022, and soon after that, there are so many other AI tools focusing on many aspects of life, and like media, so on, social media, and so on. And we got this present AI revolution. So that's the whole idea. Now we come towards ChatGPT. Success of any tool, irrespective whether it's an AI tool, whether it's a website, whether it's a service, the success of an AI tool is depending upon how long that particular tool has taken to get its first 1 million users or first 10 lakh users. Okay, and as you can see in this image, Netflix has taken around 3.5 years to get its first 10 lakh or first 1 million users. Facebook took around 10 months. Okay, but ChatGPT took only 5 days, because it became an overnight sensation. Those who started using it, they really loved it, and they started recommending it to their own friends. And within 5 days, it got its first 1 million users. Okay, now I have something you to answer in the chat. So, in your opinion, what makes ChatGPT that special compared to all other tools? Like even before ChatGPT, there were other AI tools, but we don't even know the name of any of these AI tools, right? We only know AI. The first AI that we most of us know is ChatGPT. So what makes it so much favorite among people? So in your opinion, what is that feature of ChatGPT that makes it so unique? So can you let me give your opinion in the chat? Okay, so I'm getting so many chats. Okay, so Reshma ma'am has mentioned it's user friendly. Meera ma'am has mentioned free subscription. Okay. So let me go through user friendly. So everyone is telling you. Okay. JSV ma'am has mentioned like it speaks in human language, ease of access, fast reply. So majority, yeah. And Nilofer ma'am has mentioned like you can talk it like a person. Okay. So you can see the most of the opinion they are telling like it's user friendliness, right? So obviously the user friendliness of it lies in its ability to understand human language. So that's the main difference, right? Even though there were other AI tools before ChatGPT, there was no way for a common person like us to interact with it. Like we need to know a programming language like C++ or Java or Fortran to interact with this AI tool. Then only it will understand what we are trying to tell it, what we are trying to convey or trying to understand its question. But with ChatGPT, they introduced a unique feature called NLP, which stands for Natural Language Processing, which means that it can understand a human language. So a human can interact with it in the normal way a human interacts with another human. We don't need to give it in a specific style. We can even talk it like hi macha, and it can understand and it can tell like hi macha. It will tell like how are you? Like it can understand like we are saying hello. And it can even understand the various lines, and it can even understand if you try to interact it in Malayalam, it can understand Thrissur slang as well as Trivandrum slang. So it's having that level of understanding with human language. So that's a main feature of ChatGPT, which makes it so unique. So this is the feature. We can talk to this AI like we are talking to a person in WhatsApp. Okay. Now the questions that we ask ChatGPT or any AI to get an answer, right? So these questions, the official word for these questions are called prompts. Okay. Prompt means simply means the questions that we ask the tool. Okay. So uh, when you try to classify this AI tool, okay, so there are so many AI tools right now. So this is my own personal classification. So I used to classify them into two categories. Okay, so category one is the tools I like to call them as jack of all trade, but they are not master to anything. Okay, so under this particular category, these tools are so versatile, or it can have a highly expanded set of practical applications for these tools. Okay, so you can say if there is a fifth standard student, that student can use this AI tool to create his or her essay. Okay, on the same time, the same tool can be used by a rocket scientist to create the entire set of algorithm or the programming like technologies that is required for launching a rocket. So the same AI tool is that comprehensive that it can, or that genius, that having that level of genius intelligence, so that it can cater to both the audience with that level of complexity. Okay, but the problem is these tools are not specialist. Like there will be some issues if you are not asking in a proper way. Sometimes you will get a very bad quality answers. So that's a negative side. Now the tools that are coming in this category, there are five main tools. So one is ChatGPT, the other is called Gemini. So we'll be seeing these two tools together. The third is called Perplexity, fourth is Grok, and the fifth is called Claude. Okay, so these are the other three tools. So we'll be seeing the other three tools in the coming months, in the other coming sessions. So we'll be focusing on these two tools today. Okay. Now, speaking of prompts, you need to know something called prompt engineering. Okay, so the word is, I think, it's almost self-explanatory. So by prompt, I just explain like prompt is that question that we ask the AI tool. Okay, but most of the time, like whenever you have used this AI tool, you might have noticed is like sometimes some occasions, even if you ask the questions to these tools, they might have given you very bad answers. Like those answers are not at all useful for us, right? You might have experienced this previously. So prompt engineering means it's a special technique in which you can modify your prompt in such a way that almost always, on 100% of the times, you will always get best quality answers, or 100% of the time you will get the best answer that you are looking for, and that will be highly customized for you. Okay, so this particular technique that actually got evolved into a super specialty, like we go for plastic surgery, or or in case of ophthalmology, you will be trying to focus on glaucoma or retina, just like that. Now those engineers who are having MTech, they are now having a super specialty degree in prompt engineering. Like they are like focusing on how they can tweak an AI tool to get the best quality answers, and they are getting like picked up by all these top companies with salaries starting from 10 lakh per month and so on. Okay, so that's a very hot topic right now. Now in our session, we will be learning the basics of prompt engineering, like how you can apply this technology, this technique, so that whenever you are asking questions to ChatGPT or Gemini in future regarding any subject, it can be related to ophthalmology, it can be related to research, or it can be simply for writing an essay for your son or daughter. Even then, this particular technology will help you to ensure like you will be getting the best quality answers from all these AI tools. Okay. Now I will explain the this prompt engineering in the form of a story so that you will remember it in a very vivid manner. Now in this photo, ഇത് ഞാൻ തന്നെ കേട്ടോ. So I was having a dream, as you see here. So I was dreaming like I'm running for a marathon. Okay. So obviously I'm not at all in a very fit state to run for a marathon. So obviously I decided to go to ChatGPT to get some advices on how I can prepare for a marathon. Okay. But sadly, then this was a question I asked: how can I prepare for a marathon? And I got a completely vague answer from ChatGPT. It was too generic, not at all applicable for me. Okay, and I understood like there's something was wrong with the question. Okay, then I realized like in the AI world there is an unwritten rule. Okay, the rule is like it's states like garbage in, garbage out. Okay, which means that whenever you are asking a question which is a garbage or which is of low quality, you always get low quality answers. Okay, so that is garbage in, garbage out. Okay, so to overcome this issue, there is a rule, okay, which is used in the AI world, which is used for structuring your question. Okay, and that particular rule is called race prompting framework. So whenever you are asking the question should have 4 parts. And the acronym of these 4 parts, this is called RACE. And R stands for role, A stands for action, C stands for context or the backstory, and E stands for execute. So I will explain again these parts in the form of my previous story so that you will understand in a better manner. So in the same scenario, regarding the role part, okay, I will explain the role part first. So you know about our Ravana, right? So Ravana is supposed to have 10 heads, right? And he can do independent thing with his head and so on. Just like that, our ChatGPT or all these AI tools, they have got thousands of heads, and each head is an expert in something. So there is one head which is really good with ophthalmology. There is another head which is really good with medicine. There is a third head which is really also almost like an advocate's head, which you can use for getting legal advices. There is a one head which is specialized in nutrition, wellness coach, financial analyst, and so on. Okay, but sadly, these heads won't be activating automatically by themselves. So whenever you are asking ChatGPT in a normal manner, like the one I tried previously, like how can I prepare for a marathon? If you are asking like that, the answer will be coming from its generalized head. Okay, this generalized head will only give you always give you average quality answers. Okay, so the secret tip of activating the head is you need to imagine like who will be the best person in a professional way to give you advice on the aspect that you are planning to ask. For example, say you have one questionnaire with you and the questionnaire is in English, okay, and you are planning to conduct a study, but you want to translate this questionnaire from English to Malayalam using ChatGPT. So obviously you will be attaching this questionnaire to ChatGPT and give a prompt, translate this questionnaire from English to Malayalam. So ChatGPT will definitely translate you this questionnaire, but when you check at the quality of translation, the use of Malayalam will be like an average Malayalam. It won't be that great. And the use of words, that words picked for translation will be like a standard colloquial words. Okay, it won't be having that questionnaire type quality. Like നമ്മൾ പറയില്ലേ ഇപ്പം നമ്മൾ സാഹിത്യത്തിലേക്ക് ഉപയോഗിക്കുന്ന പോലത്തെ that level of quality won't be there for that translation. Okay, so that time you have to activate that head of ChatGPT, which is excellent in translating something from English to Malayalam. Okay, so can you give me in the Zoom chat, can you think of a person who by profession who will be the best person to translate something from English to Malayalam? Like that person should be handling that Malayalam and English or Malayalam in a day-to-day basis and should have some formal education in Malayalam learning. Okay, ആരായിരിക്കും a person? Can you give me? Okay, so Jayashree ma'am has mentioned Malayalam teacher. Any other answers? Okay, so Jane sir said the Malayalam professor, MA ma'am teacher, translators. Okay, actually the answer is excellent. Okay, so Malayalam script writer. So we can think of who should be the best person. So in my opinion, a Malayalam teacher will be the best person, either a Malayalam teacher or a Malayalam professor, right? So they already had a formal education in Malayalam, like BA or MA, and they are teaching students on a daily basis. So instead of asking like translate this questionnaire from English to Malayalam, before adding that line, we need to mention like assume that you are a Malayalam teacher, which with years of over 10 years of experience. That line you need to give first. So instantly the Malayalam teacher head of ChatGPT gets activated. From that point onwards, it will be talking to you from the shoes of a Malayalam teacher. Then you mention like translate this questionnaire from English to Malayalam. Then when you compare that newly translated that questionnaire with the previous one generated without activating the Malayalam head, you can see the clear difference. In the latter case, the quality will be excellent. It will be like in a very beautiful Malayalam, which you expect in a questionnaire. Okay, so that's the idea. Now, can you tell me again in the chat, like my scenario was like I was looking for marathon training advisors, right? So who will be the best person to advise me for giving me advices regarding marathon training? Who will be the best professional to give me marathon training advices so that I can tell ChatGPT to assume the role of that person. Okay. Okay, so we are getting options like Usain Bolt, running coach, marathon runner, running coach. Yeah, physical trainer, professional. Yeah, excellent. So basically you can think about who should be the best person and tell that. Okay, so we can tell like assume that you are a sports coach. So that will be excellent. Or we can tell like assume that you are an like Olympic marathon trainer. We can even tell like assume that you are an Usain Bolt. But the problem is Usain Bolt is like specialized not in marathon. He is for a 100-meter race, right? He's focused on sprints. So we can, in case we know someone, some Olympic gold medal winner who is has won gold medal for marathon, you can mention that person. But I think, in my opinion, better option will be like a sports coach, right? So coming back to my story, I went to ChatGPT again as a second in my next attempt. Then I gave my first line as assume the role of a sports coach. Okay, so instantly ChatGPT transformed itself into a sports coach, as you can see in the image. So from that point onwards, the sports coach will be giving me advices. So this is the R part or the role part. Okay, now comes the second part, where we need to tell ChatGPT tell more about myself to ChatGPT, because ChatGPT doesn't know me. It doesn't know whether I have any previous experience in practicing for a marathon, and when the next marathon, like how long I have time remaining for preparing for the marathon, right? So I'm telling like I have never run a marathon before, but will run one in 6 months. So there is 6 months time left. So this part is the context part. That's the C part of the race, or it can be also called as backstory, telling more about ourselves. So in another scenario, say you are planning to conduct a study, you want ChatGPT's help to create a proposal, or you want ChatGPT's help to create some objectives. So you need to mention like ChatGPT doesn't know that you are an ophthalmologist working in this particular area. So you need to mention in that C part, you need to mention like I'm an ophthalmologist working in a tertiary care hospital in Cochin or in Kerala. Okay, so if you give more specifics, the answer that you get will be more customized for your needs. All right, so that's the C part. Then comes the part where I need to specifically tell ChatGPT what exactly I want as the answer. Okay, in my case, I want marathon training advices, right? So this is the action part. What exactly are the answers I am looking for? So suppose in addition to this, if I need some diet tips also to make myself make my body more lean and more like running friendly, so I can add that as well. Like give me marathon training advices. Along with that, also add dietary tips. So that's the action part. Okay. And finally, it's the execution part, where I can specifically mention like how exactly I want the output. Okay. So in my case, I'm telling like I need these marathon training advices in a month-wise format. So this is the execution part. So instead of giving me like a single paragraph about the answer, ChatGPT will give me answers in a this particular advice in a monthly format of increasing severity. Right? I can even tell like give me it like a Word file. ChatGPT can directly export it as a Word file or as an Excel file and so on. So that's the execution part. So finally, so this I transformed my simple prompt into a better prompt having these four parts, so that now it's a prompt engineered prompt and I am getting better quality answers from it. Okay. So looking back at my original prompt, that bad prompt was, how can I prepare for a marathon? So instead of that, now I am asking in this manner. Assume that you're a famous sports coach. I need your advice to prepare for a marathon. I'm a beginner runner and I want to run one in 6 months. Give the advices in a month-wise tabular format with actionable insights. Okay. Thing is, ഞാനിപ്പം പറഞ്ഞപ്പം it's like I was giving in a part by part manner, right? But once you are giving this particular prompt to ChatGPT, you can give everything as a single paragraph. നമ്മൾ വൺ ബൈ വൺ ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. ലൈക്ക് യു നോ നീഡ് ടു ഗിവ് ലൈക്ക് അസ്യൂം ദാറ്റ് യു ആർ എ സ്പോർട്സ് കോച്ച് ദെൻ യു റൺ ദിസ്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ ചാറ്റ് ജി പി ടി വിൽ റിപ്ലൈ ലൈക്ക് ഓക്കെ നൗ ഐ ഹാവ് ടേക്കൻ ദ റോൾ ഓഫ് സ്പോർട്സ് കോച്ച്, എന്നിട്ട് വി ആർ ഗിവിംഗ് ദ സെക്കൻഡ് ലൈൻ. അങ്ങനെ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ബൈ സ്റ്റെപ്പ് ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. You can put everything as a single paragraph and then run this. Okay, so you will be able to get the entire answers in a single run. Okay, you don't need to like give in a structured manner. Okay, so that's the basic idea regarding how you can use ChatGPT for like get excellent answers regarding any aspect. So this can be related to not only applied for ChatGPT, this can be used in Gemini as well as Grok, okay, or any AI tool that you use. So this is like a global format. Now we will move on to the next the main aspect of today's session, like how will you use this your newly acquired skill of prompt engineering to brainstorm some research question related to ophthalmology. Okay, so how I want the session is like, I will show a question in the screen. Okay, kindly have a look at the screen and just think about how you will create a prompt to get the best answer for this, applying this particular framework. Okay, so this is the one you see here is the normal front, and this is a race prompting framework. Okay, so in this brainstorming challenge, I want you to just think about how you will tackle it and how you will ask the question to ChatGPT. So I'm looking for this particular type of answer, the prompt that you will be asking ChatGPT, and it should have these four parts. It should have the head activation part, it should have the action part, it should have the backstory part where you tell more about yourself, and the final execution part. Okay, so this is a challenge. You are planning to conduct a study on cataract. Okay, but you know that there are so many studies already published in so many articles about cataract. So you want to brainstorm some interesting research question regarding cataract with these two characteristics. Okay, so one characteristic is the study should be innovative. Okay, it should not be like the traditional set of studies that we conduct regarding cataract. Secondly, one really interesting thing regarding this AI tool, especially ChatGPT, is like it has already gone through all the sources like PubMed and Google Scholar, and it has already read all those articles and it's remembering those articles. So it clearly knows like which all aspect of cataract is presently having so many articles, and which all aspects of cataract is having very few articles right now. Okay, so if you pick one particular research question in which very few articles are already published, and once you complete the study, this will be really easy for you to publish. Like when you send it for publication, the editors will be more than happy to publish it. Okay, now my challenge is, what question will you ask in ChatGPT to get a answer as this 10 research question which agrees to both these criteria, right? And this particular question should be in the race prompting framework. All right, so kindly think about it for 5 minutes and give me the answer in the Zoom chat. All right, it's completely fine that if it goes wrong, but do try and give an attempt. Okay, so once you learn the basics, I will be showing you an easier way to do this. So before attending this session, you will definitely, if you come across this particular scenario, like you are looking for a research question, you might be asking like, give me 10 research questions related to cataract, and you will get the answer, right? But obviously the answer will not be customized for you. The answer will have it will not be looking for previously published articles and so on. So make use of your recently acquired skill of prompt engineering and then give me the question in the Zoom chat by applying this idea. Okay, so we got our first answer from Harshali ma'am. So assuming that you are an ophthalmics researcher, can you suggest research gaps which will allow for innovative 10 studies and allow for easy publication? Okay, so it's an excellent attempt, Dr. Harshali, but one issue I noticed is it lacked the part where you talk regarding your backstory. Like C part was missing because suppose if you are telling like I am an ophthalmologist working in this particular district or this particular state, all 10 research questions will be custom focused for that particular area. So that so it will allow eliminate all the international topics. Okay. Okay, so we got another option answer from Dr. Aishwarya here. Assume that you're a well-experienced phaco surgeon with 10 years of experience. Okay, so she activated a really experienced head. I'm looking for a good research question, which is innovative and least research. Okay, which has a feasible researchability in a medical college hospital in India or okay, that's excellent. It should be easy to publish with a high success rate of being accepted in a world-renowned journal. It's an excellent one. Premi ma'am, assume you are an ophthalmologist going to publish paper, not yet published regarding cataract, should be futuristic. Okay, Premi ma'am's answer, ma'am, you have missed that A part where you have to specifically mention like you are looking for research questions. So that's the action part. You are looking for research question and these research questions should be innovative and should fill the existing research gap. That part was missing in that, and you haven't mentioned your backstory also. Like you need to mention like I'm an ophthalmologist working in, say, Ernakulam or in Kerala, so that this will be more laser focused based on your requirement. Ledika ma'am, assume the role of an accomplished research mentor and give me the list of 10 innovative research questions covering the existing research gap in the topic of cataract. I'm an upcoming early career South Indian researcher looking for publication in PubMed Index Journal. It's an excellent one. It contains all the 4 parts. It's an excellent one. Then Reshma ma'am, I'm a ophthalmologist, cataract surgeon. I want 10 research questions from the field of phaco in hypermature cataract, which is newer technique. I can conduct in arterial care setup in southern India. Okay, in Reshma ma'am's answer, it has A, C, and E, but ma'am has haven't activated the R part. There should be a part where we will be activating the researcher head or the ophthalmologist head of ChatGPT. So that part was missing. Other than that, it has all the ACE parts. Then Liz ma'am, assume yourself as a chief editor of, okay, that's an excellent head. So ma'am is activating chief editor of a world famous ophthalmic journal head. That's an excellent one. Generate 5 research questions in the field of cataract lens implementation that are innovative and with minimal poor publication. It's an excellent part. That backstory part was missing. So it will give more preference to the international topics. If you are not telling, including Kerala or India or South India in that. Okay, so I think we are getting so many answers. Okay, so I think you got the idea, right? So let me show the answer that I am looking for. Okay, so so this is one sample answer. So my head is pretend that you are an ophthalmology professor who has published thousands of articles in top medical journals. So I am activating that experienced ophthalmology professor head. Then I'm telling more about myself. I'm an ophthalmology faculty from Cochin and I'm planning to conduct medical research related to cataract. So that's my backstory or the context part. Then I'm telling like suggest 10 research questions that are highly related to this topic and can be used in conducting a groundbreaking study and fills the existing research gap in this topic. So I'm activating both the E and A parts there. Okay, so it will give me such excellent quality answer. So let me run this in real time and see how I'm getting the answers. Okay, so this is my ChatGPT screen. Okay. Okay, so I'll tell you what exactly this thinking is. So I'm running the prompt. I'm putting that same prompt here. I'll share the prompt in our WhatsApp group also. Okay, in case you want to give it a try, I have shared the prompt in the WhatsApp group. Now I am running it. Okay, so it's giving me all these interesting topics. So it has a topic suggestion followed by the research question. Okay, when you try it, the structure will be different. Okay, that's completely fine. These headings may not be there. Each attempt it will be different. So it's telling me what exactly is the research gap and what exactly is the novelty. Okay, like that it's giving me 10 topics. Now, one really interesting aspect of all these AI tools is it's its ability to create uniqueness. Okay. Now, presently we are 165 members here. Now, all 165 of us are trying the same prompt in ChatGPT. Even then, we will get 165 into 10 different topics. There won't be any plagiarism between us. So that's the power and that wonderful aspect of AI. They try to create answer based on the predictive algorithm. So it's not copy pasting these answers from a central memory. Whenever you are asking it to brainstorm, it will be created randomly and based on so many predictive algorithms. So there will be 100% uniqueness. There won't be any plagiarism between us. Okay. Now let me give you some idea regarding the. I know that all of you have already used ChatGPT, but let me tell you some extra things so which will be more useful for you. So like one thing is regarding the engine of ChatGPT. Okay, like you know when you ask the question, the answer will be coming from its from a supercomputer, right? But within the supercomputer that is ChatGPT, there are two engines. Okay, so one engine we can compare it to that of two cars. Okay, so we know about Maruti car and we also have a Benz car, right? So the engine of a Maruti car will be a normal one, and the engine in a Benz car is a super powerful, very like sophisticated engine, right? Just like that, ChatGPT has got a Maruti engine as well as a Benz engine. And in the normal mode, when you're going to ChatGPT and ask the question, the answer will be coming from its Maruti engine or its normal engine. Why it's coming from its normal engine? Because the Benz engine takes around 10 times more computing power. Okay, computing power. So ChatGPT, when everyone around the world is using the Benz engine simultaneously, their processor will all the that soft like hardware will get heated up, right? So to reduce its computing load, they try to push the Maruti engine all the time. Okay, and the Maruti engine is a lower quality engine with less lower quality answers. Okay, so to how to activate the Benz engine is like even we don't need to have a paid plan. Even in the free plan, when you just need to click on the plus icon here, okay, and you'll see an option called think here. Okay, in my case you won't be seeing it because I'm using the paid version of ChatGPT. In my case I have a direct option to activate the Benz engine, but if you are using a free version of ChatGPT, somewhere in here in this when you click on the plus icon, you will see an option called think. Okay, so if you are using a paid engine, I mean paid account, you can see when you click on the option here, there's an option called think. So you will see there's one blue colored icon one tag will appear showing like it's thinking. But in the free plan, you can click on plus and click on the think or thinking option. Again, this blue colored tag will appear. Okay. So once this appear, you can understand like you have activated the Benz engine or the powerful engine of ChatGPT. So the answer that you get from ChatGPT will be excellent, almost 10 times more better than its normal mode. Okay. And the good part here is like because of this strict competition previously like years back like after before 1 year didn't have any access to the paid engine of ChatGPT or the thinking engine of ChatGPT in a free account, but now there are so many AI tools with the really high quality. So ChatGPT creators, they are forced to give their Benz engine to everyone, okay, irrespective of whether that person is having a free account or not. So within a free account you can use the Benz engine almost like 10 to 12 times every day, and the limit automatically resets by midnight. So that's a very generous usage limit, right? So you can you can copy the prompt, activate the thinking engine and then run it even in the paid plan and it will work. Okay, so that is one part, that's activating the engine. Okay, second part is within ChatGPT, say you want to attach something, that particular option is also located in the plus icon. Like when you click on the plus icon, you can see there's an option called add photos or files. So you can attach a photo or you can attach a file and you can use it for doing so many aspects. Okay. Third part is there is something called GPTs. So we'll see an option called GPTs here. I will tell you more about GPTs in the next slide. And there are some extra features also that also I will tell you. Now coming to the overall interface of ChatGPT, you can see this is a chat area in the which is almost covering the 3/4 of the interface, and on the left side you can see the area where all our previous chat will be stored. So whenever you are asking something in ChatGPT, the chat will be automatically stored on the left side. So we don't need to manually save the chat, and we can click on any previous chat like you see here. So I can click it here and that previous chat will automatically appear here, and I can resume the chat which I had maybe 6 months back, and I can resume it up today. Okay, so it automatically start from where I stopped 6 months back. Like that I can revisit the chat, and there's a search chat option here. I can click on the search chat here and I can ask the topic. Say I'm looking for diabetic. So all those chats I had previously regarding the word diabetes or diabetic will automatically come in the chat here. Okay, so you can see there are some chats in 2025. So many previous chats will automatically appear like this, having the word diabetic. Maybe in the question diabetic was there, or maybe in the answer diabetic was there. So it's very easy for me to locate one previous chat which I had months back. Okay, so that's a search area. Now coming back to our presentation, I will explain the other features based on our presentation. So like we have a second aspect, like how you can prepare an outline for a proposal using ChatGPT. So in that I explain one very useful feature, like one useful feature which is useful for doctors. Okay, so that I will explain in this particular scenario. So we will be seeing how we can use ChatGPT to create an outline for a proposal. Okay, so when you are planning to conduct a study, like in the previous scenario, we already brainstormed the topic and you came across so many interesting studies. Second part is we need to prepare a proposal which you can submit in the IRB or the IEC, and we need to get the ethical committee certificate or the IRB certificate, right? So how you can prepare a proposal accurately. So so this is a scenario, like you don't need to attempt it. So the scenario is you are planning to conduct a study, and the title of study is Association Between Metabolic Syndrome and Primary Open Angle Glaucoma. Okay, and you are planning to conduct it as a case control study. So it is a hospital-based case control study in Kerala. So you want AI to generate an outline for your research proposal applying the race prompting framework. Okay, now you will be thinking like this race prompt framework is fine, especially if the question is simple, it's fine. But when you are having it as a very complex scenario like this, your prompt also becomes so complex, right? So obviously you will be in this scenario, like prompt engineering is really complex. So we need to think of the role, then action part will be really like long in the scenario because it's a complete proposal. So like I too came across this dilemma many like so often in the past. So then I got a thought like, why can't I use AI itself to create the prompt for me? Because AI is good at almost all the things. So why can't I use AI to create a perfect prompt for me in the race prompting framework? And then I can just simply copy that prompt and paste it in AI itself to get the answer. So I don't need to like use my all those creativity for creating the prompt because AI is already good in that, right? So why can't I use it? So then I thought of thinking like I can use of a feature called GPTs in ChatGPT for this. Okay, so I will explain GPTs in the form of a story so that you will get a clear idea. Okay, just imagine that we have got a time machine and we went in the future, maybe like in 2035. Okay, and in 2035 when you are going to MyG or into Nandalat Gmart, okay, so you will be able to purchase robots. Obviously there will be robots for sale during that time, and these robots can do all the household works. Like you don't need to hire housemates. These robots will do everything, including cooking. Okay. Now the problem is, suppose if Philips company is creating these robots, the Philips, they might have oh, sorry. They might have incorporated so many ready-made recipes into these robots for cooking. So there will be a recipe for creating a biryani. There will be a recipe for creating cake and so on. But say your mother is really good at creating a particular version of biryani that is in a Calicut biryani style. Okay, നല്ല ഭയങ്കര ടേസ്റ്റുള്ള ഒരു കാലിക്കറ്റ് ബിരിയാണിയുടെ റെസിപ്പി നിങ്ങളുടെ മദർ ഭയങ്കര എക്സ്പെർട്ട് ആണെന്ന് വെച്ചോ. ഓക്കെ, ആൻഡ് ബട്ട് വെൻ യു ട്രൈ ദിസ് റോബോട്ട് ടു ക്രിയേറ്റ് എ ബിരിയാണി, ദിസ് വിൽ ഫോളോ ഓൺലി ദറ്റ് ഫാക്ടറി റെസിപ്പി, റൈറ്റ്? അപ്പോൾ അമ്മയുടെ ആ ഒരു ടേസ്റ്റ് ഈ റോബോട്ടിലെ ബിരിയാണിക്ക് കിട്ടണില്ല. ഓക്കെ, നൗ ജസ്റ്റ് ഇമാജിൻ ലൈക്ക് there is a one particular setting in this robot in which you can tweak the recipes. So you will just go to the setting and you will like go to the recipes under that available under biryani. There you will upload your mom's special recipe for that particular Calicut biryani, and from that point onwards, this particular robot in your home will be able to create in addition to the traditional, I mean the factory recipe, this is now able to create that particular biryani which your mother used to make. Okay, but other robots outside which is available in like Nandilat and all, they won't be able to do this. Only your robot is able to do this. Okay, so the same thing is available now in ChatGPT. Okay, now ChatGPT is the robot in this scenario. Now when they created ChatGPT, they added one special feature called GPTs, in which you can tweak ChatGPT in any way you want. Like you can give custom recipes or custom scenarios to ChatGPT, and it can give you answer based on your custom scenario. It will be working in the normal mode. In addition to that, it can work in the special mode. Okay, so the special mode, this is almost can be compared to apps in Play Store. Like you go to app store and you will see there are so many apps for so many applications. Just like that, people who are having a paid account of ChatGPT, they go to the section called GPTs, and there they will get an option called create. Okay, so they click on create and they give special instructions to ChatGPT, special they upload some instructional PDFs and they create a custom GPT and they give some name. Okay, and this will be available in this GPT store within ChatGPT. Okay, and these GPTs are available for everyone, and this is absolutely free for use. We don't need to pay anything, and we can use it unlimited number of times. Okay, so they are ChatGPT only, but the difference here is they are custom tweaked by someone. So what I had done is like I have a paid account of ChatGPT, so I went to this custom GPT option and I tweaked it in such a way that I created a prompt generator version of ChatGPT. Okay, now in this prompt generator, I already loaded all those instructions regarding this race prompt framework that we already learned, and I made it. I specifically instructed it like whenever a user opens you and tell you like create a prompt for a scenario and explains the scenario, instead of giving the output like giving the answer for that, your only job is to create prompt for that person. Okay, only restriction is only thing is it will start with the line create a prompt for. Okay, and the user will explain the scenario for you, so you will create the perfect prompt in the race prompting framework. Okay, so I will show you how this is done, then I will share the link of this prompt generator with you, so you can always click on this prompt generator and give the scenario for any aspect, like not only related to research, it can be for anything. And this prompt generator will always give you the highest quality prompt in the race prompting framework, which will always give you excellent quality answer. So you don't need to like in challenge one, you thought about so much time, and then you came up with the prompt, and even then there were some issues with the prompt, right? But when you are using the prompt generator, it will ensure like it will have the all the four parts, and this will be all the four parts will be written in a very best manner possible. Okay, now let me open that prompt generator. Okay, so this is the prompt generator. So here you can give you like ഇതാണ് നമ്മുടെ chatting area. Here I will put like I will put the initial scenario. നമ്മുടെ original scenario was നമ്മുടെ challenge one ട്ടോ. Brainstorm 10 research questions related to cataract using ChatGPT. So I'll just copy this question. Okay, go back to ChatGPT, prompt generator. Then I'll put like, and I'll zoom in a bit so that you will be able to see it better. Create a prompt for this scenario. Okay, then I put a colon and then I'll paste the scenario. Okay, and after that I'll simply run this. Now instead of brainstorming the question, this particular prompt generator, its only job is creating the prompt. It won't be either, it won't give you, it won't brainstorm the topics for you. Instead that it creates a perfect prompt. Like you can see now it's creating the prompt. So it has a role part. So the role that is activated is you are an ophthalmology clinician scientist with research methodologist specializing in ഭയങ്കര വലിയ prompt. Specializing in cataract biology, surgical innovation and digital health. Okay, ഭയങ്കര powerful ഒരു head-ആണ് activate ചെയ്യുന്നത്. And action is brainstorm 10 innovative high impact research questions related to cataract. Context, you can see how many things it has introduced in the context. Then it has even given some examples. Okay, when you run this, this will have multiple parts. Okay, it will come in a box like this. Okay, and right next to that you will see an option called copy code. So when you click on copy code, entire prompt will be automatically copied. Okay, the parts it has is, this is a primary prompt. Like in 99% of the scenario, the primary prompt will be more than enough. In case when you run the prompt in the remaining 1% scenario, when you're running the prompt and not getting the right answer, at the bottom you will see another box, okay, which are two variations. Okay, original prompt in രണ്ട് variations ആയിരിക്കും ഇവിടെ ഉണ്ടാവുക. This is variation 1, which is a strict variation. This is a variation 2, that's a creative variation. അതിനെല്ലാത്തിനും there will be individual copy code for that. This copy code was for our primary prompt. This is for the variation prompt. This is for the second variation. അങ്ങനെ പിന്നെ in case you want some power user upgrade, there are some extra things you can add to the primary prompt. ഇതിനൊന്നും ആവശ്യമില്ല. Like you need only this one, primary prompt മാത്രമേ ആവശ്യമുള്ളൂ. So you click on copy code, primary prompt. Okay, then never run this in the same chat area, because this is mainly the prompt generator. So we click on new chat. So automatically the new chat version of ChatGPT gets activated. Then I activate the thinking mode, run that prompt that is generated by us. You can see in the വലിയ prompt and the കാണാം. Okay, and then run this. So it will work on this and will come up with a really good research questions. So it's telling me, in addition to the research questions, telling me novelty, which study design I should go for this, what will be the outcomes of the study, what should be the data sources, and what are the risk and mitigation. Okay, നമ്മൾ നോക്കിയാൽ അറിയാം ഇത് കുറച്ച് ഇന്റർനാഷണൽ പോയിട്ടുണ്ട്. കാരണം എന്താ പറ്റിയെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ, when I run the initially when I ran the prompt, I simply copied it from here. അല്ലേ, this doesn't have the part where I mentioned my backstory. Like I'm not telling like I'm a ophthalmologist from Cochin. So my prompt, my race prompt doesn't have that part. So when I run initially, I need to mention my backstory, a bit of myself in the initial part also, so that it will incorporate that part into the primary race prompt. So ഇവിടെ backstory പറയുന്ന ഭാഗത്ത് കേരള എന്നുള്ള ഭാഗം കൂടി വരും, so that international മാറിയിട്ട് കുറച്ചും കൂടി കേരള സ്പെസിഫിക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇന്ത്യ സ്പെസിഫിക് part will automatically come here. Okay, like that you will be able to create. Now ഇത് എടുക്കണം എങ്ങനെ വെച്ചാൽ, ഇതാണ് prompt generator. So I'll copy the link and I'll share in our WhatsApp group. ഞാൻ പറയാൻ വിട്ടുപോയി, at the end of the session we will be sharing one PDF file with you, maybe by tonight or by tomorrow. In that file, I will include some step-by-step instructions on how we have done the things. It will also contain the links of all these prompt generator and so on. Okay, so അതും കൂടി extra we will be sharing. So presently, when you click on the link that I have just shared in the WhatsApp group, it will open in your ChatGPT like this. Okay, but the thing is, like every time, like maybe like 3 months later, when you suddenly wants to open the prompt generator, going back to this chat and clicking on that will be really difficult, right? So for that, ChatGPT automatically gave an option. Okay, so what you need to do is, you simply open the prompt generator like this, and go to this top area. Dr. Sharon's AI prompt generator on a parent out. Click on that, and you will be seeing one menu like this. Okay. In that, in the middle, you will see an option called Keep in Sidebar. So when you click on Keep in Sidebar, what happened is it automatically gets saved into a sidebar permanently. Okay. So next time when you open ChatGPT, like when you open a new session, maybe 3 months later, okay, so that time this prompt generator will be always available on the left side. So whenever you want to create a prompt on your own, so just click on the option on the left side and the prompt generator will open up. So നമ്മൾ പിന്നെ വീണ്ടും നമ്മുടെ വാട്സാപ്പ് ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ കയറിയിട്ട് ലിങ്ക് ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. You can directly get it from the prompt generator here. Okay, so ഇതാണ് നമ്മൾ സേവ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. Sometimes when you run this for the first time, automatically it gets pinned to the left side. അപ്പോൾ അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ when you click here, you will see an option called hide from sidebar, which means that it's already there in the sidebar. അപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. Only when if it's showing keep in sidebar, അപ്പോൾ മാത്രം ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമുള്ളൂ. Okay, hide from sidebar എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ we already like docked it to the sidebar. You don't want to see it anymore. നമുക്കത് വേണ്ട, നമുക്ക് ഇതിൽ നല്ലൊരെണ്ണം കിട്ടിയെങ്കിൽ you can click on hide from sidebar so that it will disappear from the left side. Okay, അതാണ് നമ്മുടെ prompt generator. Now I'll move back to our scenario. Our second challenge was you plan to conduct a study titled Association between Metabolic Syndrome and Primary Open Angle Glaucoma. അപ്പോൾ I will just copy this scenario. Okay, go back to the prompt generator. I'll start with create a prompt for the below scenario. Okay, then I need to explain what exactly is the scenario where I want to create the prompt. So you are planning, so instead of you, first person പോണതാണ് നല്ലത്. So I'll go for I am planning to conduct a study titled okay, this is use AI എന്നുള്ള പാർട്ട് വേണ്ട because it's already using AI. So the instruction is generate the outline for a research proposal of it. Then I can also mention like I'm an ophthalmologist working in a say medical college in Kerala. Okay, then I run this. So it will go through my scenario with all the details and instantly it will come up with an excellent prompt. So the head is senior clinical epidemiologist, glaucoma specialist and biostatistician. മൂന്നും കൂടി ഉള്ള ഒരാളായിട്ടാണ് അസ്യൂം ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എക്സ്പീരിയൻസ് ഇൻ ഡ്രാഫ്റ്റിംഗ് പോസ്റ്റ് ഗ്രാജുവേറ്റ് ലെവൽ research proposal for Indian medical colleges with special focus on Kerala and familiar with STROP guidelines. STROP guideline means it's one of the important guideline that we follow for framing a research proposal. അപ്പോൾ അതെല്ലാം ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാനാണ് അത് പറയുന്നത്. And action is create a detailed research proposal outline for the study. Context, it is mentioning the study setting, study design, exposure outcome, everything. It automatically comes in the prompt itself. Okay, my only job is copy this, go to ChatGPT, paste it and run this. Okay, I will be able to get the excellent quality answer. Now ഈ ഒരു അപ്രോച്ചിൽ ഒരു എക്സ്ട്രാ കാര്യം കൂടി നോക്കാനുണ്ട്. അതാണ് ഞാൻ സ്പെസിഫിക്കലി ഈ ഒരു സീനിയറിയോ എടുക്കാൻ കാരണം. ഇത് ഭയങ്കര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആട്ടോ. അതായത് you might have noticed it previously, like whenever you ask some fact-based things to ChatGPT will confidently give you the answer, but sometimes some lies will be there. ഇടയ്ക്കിടയ്ക്ക് നുണ പറയും. ഓക്കെ, ChatGPT ഒരു ഭയങ്കര ഒരു എന്താ പറയുക ഒരു ബാഡ് ക്വാളിറ്റിയാണ്, like telling lies. But the sad part is ChatGPT doesn't know that it's telling you lies. It confidently tell you the answers thinking like it's an accurate one. Okay, so medically നമ്മൾ അങ്ങനെ നുണ പറയുന്ന ഒരാളെ who tell lies confidently without knowing that this is lying, നമ്മൾ മെഡിക്കലി പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് hallucination. So in the AI world also this is called AI hallucination because AI is hallucinating and telling you lies confidently, and ChatGPT is notorious for this AI hallucination. And in a fact-based answer, the percentage of this AI hallucination can go up from 10% to 30%. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളൊരു ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് റൈറ്റപ്പ് ഒരു 1000 words ഒക്കെ ഒരു ഫാക്ട് ബേസ്ഡ് കാര്യത്തിൽ ചോദിക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ മേ ബി 30% ഓഫ് ദ ആൻസർ വിൽ ബി ഇനാക്യുറേറ്റ്. സോ വി ഷുഡ് നെവർ യൂസ് ChatGPT in the normal mode for this. So suppose in the research proposal, if you use ChatGPT in the normal mode, there's a chance that ChatGPT will quote some studies. Say there's a study by Michael et al. In 2022, who is an ophthalmology study from Spain, who tell like എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് കുറെ എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടാവും. But when you cross check, you understand, you find like maybe such a study doesn't exist. Sometimes Michael et al. Studies will be there, but its year might be wrong, its findings might be wrong. അങ്ങനെ കുറെ issue വരും. Okay. Now when you go into the reason why ChatGPT is lying to you, it's actually the issue is actually based on how ChatGPT is created. Okay. So in 2022, when they created ChatGPT, what they had done is they allowed ChatGPT to go through the entire internet, including all the textbooks, sources, including all the research databases like PubMed, Google Scholar, Scopus, etc. And ChatGPT has downloaded everything. Okay. Now they have a central hard disk. നമ്മുടെ ലാപ്ടോപ്പിനൊക്കെ ഉള്ള പോലെ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ കമ്പ്യൂട്ടറിനൊക്കെ ഉള്ള പോലെ there's a central hard disk. Now this hard disk, it's huge one. Like it's in the size of a multi-story building. It's located as a building in US, where it has physically stored all these data, okay, from all the internet. Now and they are updating this database regularly, like all the recent information allam ee central database ഉണ്ട്. But the problem is, the size of internet is too big. Like there are almost 1 million websites out there, so this database is so huge, and it's even we can tell like it's too huge for ChatGPT to handle. So whenever you are asking something fact based from ChatGPT, sometimes it gets information from wrong areas. അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ChatGPT is getting lies in the answer. Okay. And the sad part is like within ChatGPT, there is no inherent method to cross check whether that answer given by ChatGPT is accurate or not. So we are bound to get inaccurate answer. Okay. And the creators of ChatGPT, they know that ChatGPT will tell you these lies. Okay. So to overcome that, they have introduced an interesting feature which will ensure like ChatGPT will give you answers without telling lies. Okay. Our feature, and this particular feature is really useful for a doctor, especially an ophthalmologist. Okay. So this feature of ChatGPT is called deep research. Okay. So you just open ChatGPT and just click on the plus icon. Okay. So within plus icon, you will see an option called deep research with a telescope icon. Okay. So just click on that, and you will see one a blue colored research tag will appear on your chat. Okay. Now what happened here is you can use it for anything. Like you can use it for writing a research proposal where you want accurate answers. Say you are a medical faculty, you are planning to take a class for undergraduate or say DNB students, and you want to know more about that particular topic, more than what is given in a ophthalmology textbook. So you want extra reading. That time you can use it. Or another scenario, say you are planning to, you are invited for a talk in a conference, and you are expecting so many different types of questions from this audience and as well as from the chairpersons. That time you want an elaborate material to depend on, right? You want to have a 5,000 word write up from where you can read more about that, right? In such scenario, you can use a deep research. Okay. Now coming to the usage of deep research, again, because of the competition, ChatGPT is giving the option of deep research for free for everyone with a monthly limit. So suppose if you are having a free plan of ChatGPT, you can have up to 5 to 6 deep research per month. Okay. And obviously you can have multiple ChatGPT free accounts also if you have 2 or 3 email IDs. If you are having a paid plan of ChatGPT, you can have up to 24, I think 24 or 25. Let me check. I can have up to 25 deep research per month. Okay. So in our scenario, we were planning to write the research proposal, right? And I want accurate answers. So I activate the research mode. I paste the prompt. Okay. So the prompt is for this particular proposal, right? Activating the research mode. Then I run this. So I'm running it not in the normal mode. I am running in the deep research mode. So when I run that in ChatGPT, usually when you activate deep research, ChatGPT want to be as customized as possible. So it will ask you 3 to 4 questions in return. Okay. And we need to give answers to that questions also. So in my case, when I ran this, it is asking me 2 questions. Could you please confirm your preferred control group for the study? Because it was a case control study. So it's asking me whether it should be non-glaucoma ophthalmic patients or attenders or community-based control. Okay, so whether it's a hospital-based control or a population-based control. So I'll tell you like it's a hospital-based control. So I can select this option, first option, and give it as an answer. So now ChatGPT tell me like, great, I got all the information. Now I will start the drafting. Okay, then you will see a loading bar like this. Okay, so this is like a straight line. So once it starts, you can see it starts searching for similar articles. Okay, my screen has been split into two sections. So my loading bar will progress like this. Presently it's in 0%. Once it progresses, you can see one black color here, which increases in size, and once it reach here, it becomes 100%, and it will start searching articles in real time. You can see the different types of articles. This entire process will take around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on the complexity, and it will do the entire research for you. Okay, and once it finishes, it will show me a complete research proposal, which has a proper introduction, objectives, detailed methodology, statistical analysis plan, and so on. Okay, so and when I click on sources, it will show the sources also. So since this process takes some time, I have already ran this some time back. So let me take that. Okay, so this is the same proposal which I ran some 30 minutes back. The same proposal only. Okay, so at that time when I ran, it asked me for 4 different questions. Okay, and it finished the proposal, and this was the final proposal. Okay, I just click here and it will becomes enlarged like this. Okay, so you can see it is coming with a detailed introduction, and you can see there are some references. But one thing you should keep in mind, let's say you want your resources, your references from high authority sources. You need to specifically mention that in the prompt. Okay, you should mention like ensure that all the references are coming from highly reliable sources like PubMed, and if you are taking websites, all those should come from reliable websites. I didn't give that particular line in my original prompt. That's why you can see that source is coming from these two values are taken from one article in Indian Express. I cannot take that, right? And these are coming from proper articles. So this is coming from Science Direct. This particular line is from Science Direct. This particular line definition is taken from a PLOS article, PLOS journal, and so on. Okay. So it has created a problem statement, primary and secondary hypothesis, multiple objectives for the study, then methodology with the study design, justification of the design, strobe compliance, study setting where I will be conducting the study, context, time frame, who will be the participant of the study, what will be the definition of the cases, and here you can see it look for a similar study. This was almost like a parent article to me, which was published in PubMed. So it used that study and created the definition. Okay. Now, since AI is writing this, AI won't be copy pasting from the sources. Okay, this will work exactly like a human. It will read the article and it creates a study definition based on the article, and there will be minimum plagiarism. So if I ran this article for plagiarism, the amount of plagiarism will be somewhere in the range of 5 to 10%. It won't be 100% copy pasted. Okay, so it came up with an inclusion criteria, exclusion criteria, how the definitions of control, inclusion, exclusion criteria for the controls, selection criteria. Okay, operational definitions for the study, outcomes, covariates, sampling techniques, matching to reduce the confounding bias. Then sample size. So it has even done the sample size calculation. It even went for a parent article, automatically identified the parent article, included that in this, and came up with a sample size calculation. So which is 140 cases and 140 controls. Okay, it even gave me the formula for that, which can actually quote in my methodology. Then data collection procedures, it came up with which all things need to be there as a parameters. If there are some standard questions available, it even add those standard questions which are validated will be there. Okay, and came up with a statistical analysis plan. I'm getting everything, right? Even ethical consideration. And at the end, obviously, there will be some references. Okay, and you can see the references, but references will be in the form of links, which I need to convert into a proper structured format later on into a proper Vancouver or other citation styles later on using Zotero. Okay, suppose I want to download this, I click on the download button, and there's an option to download as a PDF or a Word file. So I can download as a Word file and I can do all the further editing. Okay, so that's the whole idea of generating. Now there is one I'm sure that you will be amazed as well as really happy on seeing the entire research proposal written like this, but I just need to burst the bubble. Thing is, like, whenever AI is writing something for you, it leaves behind a secret watermark in the writing part. Like you can see, it's written in an excellent language, but within this writing there is a watermark, and this watermark is detectable. Okay, so just like plagiarism, there are certain tools called AI watermark detectors. So we'll be learning about this later on in a coming month in one of the sessions. That time I will go in depth into this. So the watermark is based on how this sentences are structured, whether certain adjectives, pronouns, etc. are repeated in a certain pattern, whether certain words which are used commonly by AI and very rarely by humans, words like delve, nevertheless, etc. So if these like all these red flags are there, those lines will be tagged like AI written. Okay, and if I copy this and run this an AI detector, detector tools like GPT-0 or 0GPT, it will tell me like this is 100% AI written. Okay, now there are some ethical AI policies on using AI for research, and there are some very strict criteria. So the criteria is like, whenever you are writing something like this, say you are writing a proposal, you can only use this as a draft. Okay, this should not be your final proposal, or this should not be your final manuscript. You can work on this. You can work on the skeleton. This is like a skeleton, and the final thing should be manually written. When you're manually writing it based on this, automatically the watermark disappears. And the cutoff is, previously the cutoff was 30%, and right now the cutoff for amount of AI watermark is 20%. Rest 80% should be manually written. Okay, so that is rule number one. In addition to that, in the acknowledgement section of your article, you have to clearly mention that AI has been used for writing, and this particular AI tool was used for this particular purpose. This is completely fine. You can openly disclose that, and that is completely accepted, even if it's a Q1 journal, and your article will be accepted. There is no issue in that. The issue lies in the scenario where you have used AI and you haven't disclosed it. That's a big no-no in the AI world or AI research world. And later on, if they find out using an AI detector, like you have used AI, you haven't disclosed that, then there's a chance that your article might get rejected. So the thing is, the use of AI is completely fine right now, but you should be sticking on to these criteria. Okay, so that's regarding deep research. So since we already discussed regarding deep research, let me show you one more thing. I think I tried it in Gemini, like how you can use AI for preparing for an upcoming conference. Okay, so it's in ChatGPT. It's a similar way. You go to ChatGPT. Okay, activate the deep research. Here you mention the scenario, telling like I am an ophthalmologist from say Cochin. I am invited as a faculty in a national conference on this particular theme. My topic is you can mention the topic in double quotes. Give me a 5,000 word or a 4,000 word write up, which I can use for preparing for this particular session. The target audience for the session are ophthalmologists from all around India, or you can mention international audience are there. So it will ensure that all the sources for preparing this document are taken from reliable sources and high authority journals. Okay, and suppose if you are a bit nervous on what all questions that you can anticipate, you can add that part also in the prompt. You can mention like give me 20 questions that I can anticipate in this questions and answers that I can anticipate in this particular presentation, which will be coming from the audience. So automatically, and we can even activate the head also. Like assume that you are a famous ophthalmology professor who is proficient in this particular field. Okay, so obviously it will give you a 4,000 word write up for which will help you to prepare, and this will be coming from reliable sources with links so that you can do further reading on clicking the links. And in addition to that, it will give you 20 questions with possible answers so that you will be more prepared and you will feel more confident. Okay, I have done such a one previously, but I have done that in Gemini. So let me briefly go to Gemini also, so that so this is that particular scenario. So I'll revisit that soon. So let me briefly go to Gemini also. Now, regarding the origin of Gemini, ChatGPT became an overnight sensation when they launched it in 2022. So people started using ChatGPT for each and every query. Now Google got really threatened because that time, even now, Google is our go-to search engine. Everyone uses Google, and Google makes a lot of money through ads which are shown when you ask something. Like maybe the first and second answer will be sponsored ads, and when people click on that, Google gets money from that particular publisher of a particular marketer, right? But when people stop going to, like, number of people going to Google is reduced and they're going to ChatGPT, obviously Google's that authority or that supremacy will be threatened. So Google decided to team their best engineers and create an AI tool which will become rival to Gemini. So that time Google were running on a project called Bard AI, but sadly the Bard AI was a really it was actually an utter failure. Whenever you are asking something to Bard, it gives so bad answers. Nobody was using it. So since ChatGPT became that accurate in giving answers, Google decided to ditch the entire Bard project and start everything from scratch based on the same technology used by ChatGPT, and they put their best engineers and they came up with Gemini AI. Okay, now when you compare Gemini AI and ChatGPT, both are equally good in giving you answers, and each one has got its own good part and negative its best part and bad part. Okay, now the best part of Gemini is that in addition to checking, when you ask question, in addition to checking on its own central database, it also checks in internet. So compared to ChatGPT, the amount of hallucination is lesser in Gemini. Again, it's not 100% accurate. There's still a 5% chance of hallucination. Okay, that is one part. So Google is clearly knows that it can give hallucination. So let me show you. Write 5,000 words regarding Cochin and its history. Okay. So when I ask this, it will instantly write the 500 words. Now some of this will come from reliable sources. The other will be coming from its own memory. Okay. So let it complete the write-up. After that, I'll show you. Okay. Okay. So when I mentioned regarding ChatGPT, I specifically mentioned like within ChatGPT there is no feature to cross-check whether whether the lines are accurate or not. Okay. But one good thing, this is mainly because ChatGPT doesn't have a search engine. But Google, the good thing is like Google is already have the search engine. So they actually added a feature in which whenever Gemini is creating something, Gemini can cross-check that answer with its own Google database. Okay. So what you need to do is when you get the answer like this, scroll to the bottom of the answer, okay, and you will see a three dots here. So click on the three dots and you will see an option called double check response. So this is a proofreading part. So when you click on that, you will see Google is searching Gemini statement with its own database, and it will start highlighting the area like this. Okay, so you can see this highlighting the write-up in green color. So whenever you are getting a green color, it means that so it will add those green colors in the lines which are having some facts. Okay, so all the green color means the lines are accurate. Okay, but you will see there are some lines. You can see there's a line here called History of Modern Cochin effectively began in 1341 AD, but it's not highlighted. So the line which is not highlighted means that Gemini tries to cross-check, but it cannot tell with 100% confidence that this particular line is accurate. So it's like in a 50-50 chance. So we have to do, suppose if there is a line with such a fact, but it's not highlighted, we have to do the cross-checking ourselves. Okay. And sometimes certain lines will be highlighted in red color, which means that Gemini knows with 100% confidence that this particular line is inaccurate. Okay. And in addition to that, just next to these green color highlights, you will see a downward pointing arrow. So when you click on that, it automatically shows what is the source that is used for cross-checking. You can see this is regarding Cochin Port. So it has used Cochin Port site itself to cross-check. So it will be accurate. Like that, I can click on any option like this. So this is went for Kerala tourism for cross-checking. Okay, like that I can ensure that whatever that is given by Gemini is accurate. Okay, so this is a unique feature which is not there in ChatGPT. Second interesting aspect of Gemini is ChatGPT is a brand new tool. It has been here only for the past 3 years, but Google has been with India for the past 15 years. So Google engineers, they got a long duration, long time with them to learn all the Indian languages in a proper way. So compared to ChatGPT, Gemini is excellent in dealing with all the Indian languages, especially South Indian languages. നമ്മുടെ സൗത്ത് ഇന്ത്യൻ ലാംഗ്വേജിൻ്റെ പ്രത്യേകത എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ മലയാളം, തമിഴ്, എക്സെട്ര, ദേ ആർ having a very huge vocabulary, and it's really hard to master it. So suppose if you want to translate something from English to Malayalam, instead of going for ChatGPT, always go for Gemini. Gemini is excellent in handling Malayalam. Okay, so it's a very nice feature. Now another interesting thing that you can do with Gemini, like when I mentioned ChatGPT, I told ChatGPT has got a Maruti engine as well as a Benz engine, right? Just like that, Gemini also has a Maruti engine and a Benz engine. So that can be activated in this area. Okay, so when you go to Gemini, even if you are having a free plan, by default you will see it's called fast. Fast means it's their Maruti engine, which shows that it gives you the answer fast, but it won't be giving that much computational power. നമുക്ക് പെട്ടെന്ന് ആൻസർ തരും without thinking much. Okay, so the fast is their free model, and when you click on the fast, you will see 3 options. Second option is called thinking, and the third option is called pro. Okay, so pro is their paid model or their Benz model. Okay, and again, because of the competition, you can freely activate pro mode in your free plan, and you can use it up to 15 times per day. Okay, so pro mode, whenever it's available, always go for the pro mode, which is giving you excellent quality answers. Okay, and in between there's an option called thinking mode. Thinking mode is there are certain scenario in which you want ChatGPT to think more on that before giving you the answer. Say you want a complex scenario, so or you want to do some data analysis. On all those aspects, you need a bit more thinking before giving the answer, right? Or it's a complex puzzle, or you wanted to solve a max problem of your child, okay, from school assignment of your child. So that time you can go for the thinking mode. Okay, on all of the scenario, I recommend going for the pro mode. Okay, next feature of ChatGPT is the image creation part. So image creation part is really interesting. So I want to cover that in an upcoming session in detail. Okay, and this is one of the best out there. ChatGPT is Gemini is medically accurate in it can create medically accurate image with high level of clarity, and it can create images on any aspect. It can create cellular level images, gross medical like gross anatomy. It can create different types of mind maps, flow charts, and everything will come labeled in a proper way without any spelling errors and so on. Okay, so we will be covering that in one of the future sessions in detail. Okay, and in the create image part, you will see one banana image, also banana emoji right next to that. This is because the image creation model of Gemini is called Nano Banana. എന്നാണ് അവർ ഇട്ടേക്കുന്ന പേര്. അപ്പോൾ നാനോ ബനാന ആണ് ഇതെന്ന് പെട്ടെന്ന് മനസ്സിലാവാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ടാണ് they have added that banana emoji. Okay, so അത് പെട്ടെന്ന് ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് പറയാം. Future session we will be covering in detail with a lot of hands-on also. Now in ChatGPT we saw the research mode. Okay, just like that in Gemini, we because of the competition, these people, they have all the features in a similar manner. Okay, so just like Gemini, ChatGPT, we can see the research mode of Gemini. So just in ChatGPT we click on the plus icon. നമ്മുടെ Gemini we click on, there is an additional option called tools. അതിലാണ് you see the deep research function. So click on deep research, and just like ChatGPT, the deep research mode gets activated. Now between ChatGPT's deep research and Gemini deep research, I really recommend Gemini 1. Okay, Gemini 1 ആണ് കുറേ കൂടി comprehensive one, especially for a doctor's point of view, because whenever we want to prepare something, we want to be as meticulous as possible and as deep as possible, right? Especially when you are planning to present something in a very wide scenario. Say ഒരു യൂട്യൂബ് വീഡിയോ പോലെ നിങ്ങൾ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുവാണ്, or in a conference you want to present, you want to be as thorough as possible. So ChatGPT like write-up usually goes for say 30 to 50 reference and the write-up will be usually in the range of 2000 to 2500 words. But Gemini wants to go in a very detailed manner, in-depth manner, and we can say if you are mentioning 5000 word write-up on a topic, this will go as thorough and you will get around 200 references, and sometimes the number of pages can go up to 50 pages. അത്രയും comprehensive ആയിരിക്കും, and this is available in the free plan. Okay, but always ensure even in the deep research activate the pro mode. ഇതിലും നമ്മൾക്ക് fasting കൊടുക്കാം, proയും കൊടുക്കാം, but always ensure that you are going for the pro mode. And here you mentioned whatever the scenario. So this takes around 15 minutes. So when you give the prompt, like I mentioned, like say ഞാൻ ഓൾറെഡി ഒരെണ്ണം കൊടുത്തായിരുന്നു, so I'll take that. ഞാൻ അതൊന്ന് ജസ്റ്റ് കാണിക്കാം. So I'll start from the first step. So I'll go to tools, I activate deep research, I activate the pro mode, then I paste the scenario. Scenario is I'm an ophthalmologist from India and I have a session on a workshop on conference on applications of AI in ophthalmology 2026 and beyond. ഇതാണ് എൻ്റെ topic. Prepare a 4000 word write-up to prepare for preparing for this session. Ensure that you are quoting only from high authority websites and journals. ഇപ്പം ഞാനിത് റൺ ചെയ്യുവാണെങ്കിൽ what will happen is in ChatGPT what happened was it asked me some questions in return, right? And I need to answer that question, and it started with the process. In Gemini, they have a different approach. They will come up with an 8-step research process. Okay, ഇത് എങ്ങനെയായിരിക്കും ഇത് ടാക്കിൾ ചെയ്യാന്നുള്ളതിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് it give me a step-by-step plan, and based on that I can tweak that plan. So ഇതാണ് step-by-step process. So when I click here, I can see step 1 is search for recent major review articles 2024 to 2026 in high impact journals like ophthalmology and JAMA Ophthalmology, Lancet Digital Health, Nature Medicine. അതുപോലത്തെ high impact journalsൽ ഈ ടോപ്പിക്സ് എല്ലാം ഇവർ കുറേ ടോപ്പിക്സ് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് റിലേറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ട് അതിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ടെല്ലാം റിസർച്ച് ചെയ്യും. ദാറ്റ് ഇസ് സ്റ്റെപ്പ് നമ്പർ 1. സ്റ്റെപ്പ് നമ്പർ 2, ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേറ്റ് ദ specific applications and impact of generative AI and LLM in a clinical ophthalmology setting that is practical in 2026. Research advancements in AI-assisted ophthalmic surgery, including robotic platforms. That's step 3. Step 4 is explore the status of AI in teleophthalmology and home monitoring. Then step 5 is identify successful case studies from different areas, including Aravind, Shankara Netralaya, Elvi Prasad. Already എന്തെങ്കിലും ഡാറ്റയോ കേസ് സ്റ്റഡീസ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിലോ അതെടുക്കും, and including various AI algorithms, analyze future trends, find information from sources, അങ്ങനെ എന്നിട്ട് compile a list of challenges. അങ്ങനെ in case ഇതിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും എനിക്ക് അഭിപ്രായ വ്യത്യാസം ഉണ്ട്, like I want to tweak a particular step, sorry, I click on edit plan so that I will be able to edit this. Otherwise I can click on start research. Okay, so I will be able to do this. So this will take around 15 minutes. So I have already done this prior to this. So you can see this was the answer I have obtained. Okay, so you can see it's an elaborate answer. So many things are there. Okay, it even includes tables, multiple tables and these are the different sources. You can see all of them are from reliable sources. PubMed, this is one reliable AI website on ophthalmology, Dowpress, MDPI, അങ്ങനെ സോഴ്സസ് ആയിരിക്കും വരിക. അപ്പോൾ ഈച്ച് പാരഗ്രാഫിൽ like this particular paragraph will have this downward pointing arrow. If I click on that, it automatically show me the citation. So this is citation number 1. These are taken from these sources. Similarly, if I click on this, it will show other citations, and this was the article that is used for writing this paragraph. And എനിക്ക് മൊത്തത്തിൽ കിട്ടും. I can directly export it also. Export like a now Google and Microsoft, they are having a war. Okay, so because of that, it doesn't allow you to export as a Word file directly. Instead of that, Google also has a Word like feature, and that is called Google Docs. You will be familiar with that. So that is Google Docs here. Okay, so when you click on this, click share and export, export to Docs. So automatically one new tab will be opening like this, and it will be this particular article will be opening in a new Google Docs. New Google Docs ആയിട്ട് ഓപ്പൺ ആയി വന്നു. ഓക്കെ, ഇത് ടോട്ടൽ 17 പേജസ് ഉണ്ട്. അത്രയും ഇലാബറേറ്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ആർട്ടിക്കിളാണ്. So I can go through the article, like you have all the references also. And if you want it to be downloaded as a Word file, just go to File, and in that there is an option called Download as Word file. I click on this and it will be downloaded as a Word file. And in reference ചെയ്യാനായിട്ട് all the reliable sources വെച്ചിട്ട് it created a detailed write-up. So ChatGPT also creates like this, but Gemini's one is better. Okay, and both are free to use. So ഇതാണ് ജെമിനിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് ഒരു ബ്രീഫ് ആയിട്ട് പറയാനുള്ളത്. ജെമിനിസ് ഇന്റർഫേസ് is almost similar to ChatGPT. Only thing is like നമ്മുടെ previous chats will be stored in ChatGPT. You can see the previous chat is stored on the left side, right? But in Gemini, previous chat is also on the left side, but it will be in a hidden manner. So you need to click on this hamburger icon and you can see all the previous chats here. Okay, അതാണ് ഇതിന്റെ വ്യത്യാസം. Now രണ്ടിനെ പറ്റി പറയുമ്പോഴും both ChatGPT and Gemini, you should be aware of the privacy part. Okay, അതും ഭയങ്കര ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻ്റ് ആണ്. It's like by default ChatGPT ആണ് ഇതിൽ കുറച്ച് നോട്ടോറിയസ് ആയത്. Whenever ChatGPT, you are using ChatGPT for something and you are attaching some files also, say you are attaching a case sheet or something, ChatGPT can use your chat and attach files for training its own model. It won't be sharing your data with someone else. But every 3 months, both ChatGPT, Gemini, etc., they will be releasing upgraded model of upgraded version of their engines. Presently, you can see this is 5.2. 3 months back, it was 5.1. Before that, it was 4 and so on. So it's actually users' data is used for this. By default, when you are installing ChatGPT or creating an account, you are giving permission for ChatGPT to use your data for this automatically. നമ്മൾ അറിയണില്ല, but we are automatically giving consent. Okay, but within ChatGPT, there's an option to turn off this permanently so that you can use ChatGPT safely. Okay, so I'll show you that step. What you need to do is just go to ChatGPT, open ChatGPT, and on the left side, you will be seeing your name. Okay, so click on your name on left click and you will see there is an option called settings. So click on settings and you will be taken to the ChatGPT settings page. Okay, there you need to go to the area called data controls. This is the fourth option from the bottom. Here you will see there is an option called improve the model for everyone. Okay, ഇത് സത്യം പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ US-ലുള്ള കോടതികളെ തെറ്റിദ്ധരിപ്പിക്കാനായിട്ട് അവർ ഇട്ടേക്കുന്നതാണ്, because it's mandatory that there should be an option to turn off privacy. But if they clearly mention like this particular setting is for preventing it from using training or training എന്ന് പറയുന്ന വാക്ക് വന്നാൽ obviously everyone will disable this. So they actually crafted it in a very intelligent manner. So they mention like improve the model for everyone, which indirectly means we will be using your data for training. Okay, and by default it will be in a on position. So when you open this, it will be in an on position. So what you need to do is you open the setting and click on this on. Okay, so you'll be taken to this page. You will see improve the model for everyone and there is a blue colored on button. Okay, so just click on this once. Again, ഇവിടെ എങ്ങനെ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മൾ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്താലും ഒരു 10 സെക്കൻഡ് അടുത്തേക്ക് ഓഫ് ആവില്ല. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മളാകെ കൺഫ്യൂസ്ഡ് ആവും. ബട്ട് ജസ്റ്റ് വെയിറ്റ് ഫോർ 10 seconds after that. So I am clicking this and I'm waiting for some time. After a few seconds, it gets turned off. Okay, and this is a one-time process. I can turn done, and now it's turned off. Now from this point onwards, I can safely use ChatGPT. I can safely attach my files, and it won't be used for training. Okay. Now coming to Gemini. ജെമിനിയുടെ ഗുഡ് പാർട്ട് എന്താ വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജെമിനിയുടെ സെറ്റിംഗ്സിൽ ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഓപ്ഷൻ കാണില്ല. ആ ജെമിനി പറയണത് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഞങ്ങൾ ഇന്ത്യയുമായിട്ട് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേൾഡ് ആയിട്ട് വി ഹാവ് ടേക്കൺ യുവർ ഡാറ്റ ഫോർ സോ ലോങ്, വി ഹാവ് സോ മച്ച് ഡാറ്റ വിത്ത് us ആൻഡ് വി ഡോണ്ട് നീഡ് യുവർ ഡാറ്റ ബിക്കോസ് ഞങ്ങൾ ഓൾറെഡി നിങ്ങളുടെ ഡാറ്റ സ്റ്റീൽ ചെയ്ത് ഞങ്ങളുടെ കയ്യിലുണ്ട്. സോ വി ഡോണ്ട് നീഡ് യുവർ ഡാറ്റ, സോ വി ആർ നോട്ട് ടേക്കിംഗ് യുവർ ഡാറ്റ ഫോർ ട്രെയിനിങ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്കൊരു സെറ്റിംഗ്സ് ഒന്നും ആവശ്യമില്ല. ഇറ്റ് വോണ്ട് ബി യൂസിങ് ഇറ്റ് ഫോർ ട്രെയിനിങ്. ഓക്കെ, എക്സെപ്റ്റ് ഒരു സിനേറിയോ ലൈക്ക് നമുക്ക് തൊട്ട് മുമ്പ് നമ്മളൊരു ചാറ്റ് ഇതുപോലെ ചോദിക്കുമ്പം അണ്ടർനീത്ത് ഈച്ച് ചാറ്റ് ദർ ഇസ് എ തംസ് അപ്പ് ആൻഡ് തംസ് ഡൗൺ ബട്ടൺ. അത് ChatGPT-യിലുണ്ട്, ജെമിനിയിലുണ്ട്. സപ്പോസ് നമ്മൾ വിചാരിക്കും ഈ ആൻസർ എനിക്ക് ഭയങ്കര എക്സലന്റ് ആൻസർ കിട്ടി, ഞാനൊരു തംസ് അപ്പ് കൊടുത്തേക്കാം എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കാം. അല്ലെങ്കിൽ തിരിച്ച് ആൻസർ ഭയങ്കര പൊട്ട ആൻസർ ആണ്, ഒരു തംസ് ഡൗൺ കൊടുത്തേക്കാം എന്ന് വിചാരിക്കാം. നെവർ ഡു ദാറ്റ്. സോ വെൻ എവർ യു ആർ ഗിവിങ് എ തംസ് അപ്പ്, ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി it will show like thank you, like this is the answer, thank you, your feedback helps make Gemini better for everyone. Okay, അതിൽ തന്നെ ഒരു ക്ലൂ ഉണ്ട്. whenever you are giving a thumbs up or thumbs down, that particular chat along with whatever that you attach in the chat, okay, will be used for training. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ജെമിനിയിൽ ആകെ നിങ്ങൾ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കേണ്ടത് നെവർ ഗിവ് എ തംസ് അപ്പ് ആൻഡ് തംസ് ഡൗൺ, വേറെ ഒന്നും നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യേണ്ട ആവശ്യമില്ല. ഓക്കെ, ബട്ട് ഇൻ ChatGPT we have to specifically turn this off. Okay, even after training that off, നമ്മൾ ഇതുപോലെ ചാറ്റ് ചോദിക്കുമ്പോൾ within ChatGPT also this thumbs up and thumbs down is there. Never give a thumbs up or thumbs down in ChatGPT also. Okay, ഇതാണ് നമ്മുടെ പ്രൈവസി റിലേറ്റഡ് ആയിട്ട് ചാറ്റ് ജി പി ടിയിൽ ശ്രദ്ധിക്കേണ്ട കാര്യങ്ങൾ. ഓക്കെ, നൗ ഇൻ അഡീഷൻ ടു ഇത് ലെവൽ 1 സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ആണ്. ഇന്നൊരു ലെവൽ 2 സെക്യൂരിറ്റി ഉണ്ട്, അതും കൂടി ഞാനൊന്ന് എക്സ്പ്ലെയിൻ ചെയ്യാം. ലെവൽ 2 മീൻസ് ദാറ്റ് സേ യു അറ്റാച്ച് എ കേസ് ഷീറ്റ്, okay, and you used it for a certain analysis and so on. But the thing is, like, this particular case sheet data is not used for any training, okay, but the case sheet is still attached, stored in the ChatGPT server. അത് എത്ര നാൾ നിൽക്കും എന്ന് നമുക്ക് പറയാൻ പറ്റില്ല. ചിലപ്പോൾ വർഷങ്ങളോളം ChatGPT അമേരിക്കയിലെ സെർവറിൽ നമ്മൾ അറ്റാച്ച് ചെയ്ത ഫയൽ കിടപ്പുണ്ടാവും. അപ്പോൾ there should be a way in which we can ensure like that file will be deleted after some time, അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ അതേപോലത്തെ ഒരു ഫീച്ചർ ChatGPTയിലും ജെമിനിയിലും ഉണ്ട്. അതാണ് ഇൻകോഗ്നിറ്റോ മോഡ്. ലൈക്ക് യു വിൽ ബി ഓൾറെഡി നോ അബൌട്ട് ഇൻകോഗ്നിറ്റോ മോഡ് ഇൻ ക്രോം, റൈറ്റ്? Just like that, there's an incognito mode in which whatever chat you had in ChatGPT or Gemini will that no traces of that chat will be stored in the history. നമ്മുടെ ഹിസ്റ്ററിയിൽ സേവ് ആവില്ല. ഇൻ അഡീഷൻ ടു ദാറ്റ്, whatever file that you attach will be auto deleted after some time. Okay, അത് ആക്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ജസ്റ്റ് ഓപ്പൺ എ ന്യൂ ചാറ്റ് ഇൻ ChatGPT. Okay, and in the top right corner you will see a chat button with a broken symbol, broken lines, like this particular button, and നമ്മൾ mouse over ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ you will see an option called turn on temporary chat. So just click on that and your chat area will become black in color. ഇതാണ് incognito mode. So in this incognito mode, ChatGPT will work as usual. You can attach file, everything, and what happened is like the chat history won't be stored on the left side, and whatever you attach, the file that you attach will be auto deleted after 28 days. ഒരു മാസം കഴിയുമ്പോഴേക്കും ഡിലീറ്റ് ആവും. Okay, if you want to go back, simply click on the same button and it will go to the normal mode. Okay, അതാണ് ഇൻകോഗ്നിറ്റോ മോഡ്. സോ ഇഫ് യു ആർ യൂസിങ് ChatGPT for some sensitives or analyzing some sensitive information, always activate the incognito mode. Okay, now in Gemini also option is there, and that is located here new chat option. Right next to new chat you can see one chat icon with broken symbol. So click on that. Again, that incognito mode of Gemini gets activated. ഒന്നുകൂടി ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ it will be deactivated. Okay, so on activating, extra advantage എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ in ChatGPT the file will be stored for 28 days, but in Gemini it's stored only for 3 days or 72 hours. After that file will be automatically deleted. Okay, ഇതാണ് ജെമിനിയുടെയും ChatGPTയുടെയും പ്രൈവസി സെറ്റിംഗ്സ്. സോ ഓൾവേസ് റിമെമ്പർ ദീസ് 2 ആസ്പെക്ട്. ഓക്കെ, നൗ ഐ തോട്ട് ലൈക്ക് നമ്മൾ പറയുമ്പോൾ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഫൺ കാര്യം വെച്ച് അവസാനിക്കാമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചു. സോ ഐ തോട്ട് ലൈക്ക് ഐ വിൽ ടീച്ച് യു ഹൗ ടു മേക്ക് എ song using Gemini. Okay, so this is not directly related to research. It was not part of the original schedule, but just a fun thing. So I thought like എല്ലാ സെഷനിലും എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ഫൺ കാര്യം കൂടി ആഡ് ചെയ്യാം, so that you will become a superstar in your department or in your family. Okay, so the idea is like we will use Gemini, like we are planning to create a Malayalam song, a very adipoli Malayalam song or a Malayalam melody on any topic. So we want it in Malayalam. So compared to ChatGPT, as I mentioned, Gemini will be the better option, right? So can you give me a topic, any topic which we can create a song or a melody, or a Malayalam melody ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റിയ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു ടോപ്പിക് തരാമോ? Okay, so Jayasri ma'am mentioned sunset. Sunset, rainfall, കുറേ ടോപ്പിക് ഉണ്ട്. So first topic sunset ഇട്ടുകൊണ്ട് I will take sunset. Okay, so I'll go to Gemini. Now I need to imagine like who will be the best person to create a Malayalam song, right? Malayalam song lyrics, right? So obviously a Malayalam lyricist or a Malayalam songwriter. So I'll mention like model pro ആണ് ആക്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത് കേട്ടോ. Pro ആക്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. So I put like assume that you are a famous songwriter in Malayalam. Okay, create a melody song, create the lyrics of a beautiful melody song about sunset. സൺസെറ്റ് ഇത്ര മതിയാവും, മലയാളത്തിൽ തന്നെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യേണ്ടതാണ്. ഓക്കെ, കണ്ടസ്. അപ്പം ഇത് ഈ ഒരു പർട്ടിക്കുലർ ടോപ്പിനെ പറ്റിയിട്ട് നല്ല ഭംഗിയുള്ള മലയാളം ഭാഷയിൽ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ലിറിക്സ്. ഓക്കെ, യൂഷ്വലി ലിറിക്സ് വരുമ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ഒപ്പം മലയാളം ഉണ്ടാവും, അതിൻ്റെ തന്നെ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷൻ ഉണ്ടാവാൻ സാധ്യതയുണ്ട്. സോ അവർ ഐഡിയ ഈസ് ലൈക്ക് അതിൽ നിന്ന് മലയാളം മാത്രം എടുത്തിട്ട് വി വിൽ ഗോ ടു അനദർ AI സൈറ്റ് കോൾഡ് suno.com. ഓക്കെ, സുനോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു AI ഉണ്ട്. അത് ഈ ലിറിക്സ് ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക് പാർട്ടാക്കി മാറ്റും, ഇൻക്ലൂഡിങ് മ്യൂസിക്, ഓഡിയോ എക്സെട്ര. അതും ഫ്രീ ആണ് ഉപയോഗിക്കാനായിട്ട്. ചെമ്പകപ്പൂവണിഞ്ഞു. ഓക്കെ, സോ നല്ലൊരു പാട്ടുണ്ടാക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിൻ്റെ ടൈറ്റിൽ ചെമ്പകപ്പൂവണിഞ്ഞു എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ്. പല്ലവി, അതിൻ്റെ മംഗ്ലീഷ്, ചരണം, ചരണം 2, ഓക്കെ, കുറേ ഉണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ഒരു ലൈൻസ് കിട്ടി. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ അതിൻ്റെ മലയാളം മാത്രം എടുക്കുക. സോ ഗിവ് മീ ഓൺലി ദ മലയാളം ലിറിക്സ് വിത്തൗട്ട് ദി മംഗ്ലീഷ് ഓർ ട്രാൻസ്ലേഷൻസ്. അപ്പോൾ അത് മാത്രം ശരി, ഇങ്ങനെ കോപ്പി പേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. മടിയായതുകൊണ്ട് ഐ എം ടേക്കിംഗ് ഓൺലി ദ മലയാളം ലിറിക്സ്. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞില്ലേ, അതായത് നമ്മൾ പ്രോ ആക്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്തു. അതുകൂടാതെ അസ്യൂം ദാറ്റ് യുവർ എ മലയാളം ലിറിസിസ്റ്റ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ആ ഭംഗിയുള്ള മലയാളം അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര നമ്മുടെ സാഹിത്യപരമായ മലയാളം പാട്ടാണ് ആക്ടിവേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ചെമ്പകപ്പൂ അണിഞ്ഞു മാനം തുടുത്തു താഴെ കടലിൻ്റെ മടിയിൽ കതിരോൻ മയങ്ങുന്നു ഒരു കാറ്റ് വന്നു പുൽകി എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ അങ്ങനെ ഭയങ്കര ഭംഗിയുള്ള വിധത്തിൽ ഇത് കിട്ടും. അപ്പം ഞാൻ ഇത് ലൈൻസ് മൊത്തം ഒന്ന് കോപ്പി ചെയ്യാണ്. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി നമ്മൾ പാട്ടുണ്ടാക്കുന്ന സൈറ്റിലേക്ക് പോവാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ പേരാണ് suno.com. ഈ സുനോൻ്റെ പ്രത്യേകത എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് പാട്ടുണ്ടാക്കാൻ കുറേ സൈറ്റുകളുണ്ട്. എല്ലാവരും ഏറ്റവും ബെസ്റ്റാണ് suno.com. ഇത് എന്താ പറയുക, ഭയങ്കര പോപ്പുലറായി കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഇതിന് കുറേ കോപ്പി കാറ്റ്സ് ഒക്കെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ആയി. അതായത് കുറേ ആൾക്കാർ ഇതിനെ കോപ്പി ചെയ്യാൻ നോക്കി. അപ്പം നമ്മുടെ ശരിക്കും ഇത് ലിങ്ക് suno.com എന്നാണ്. കോപ്പി കാറ്റ്സിൻ്റെ ലിങ്ക് suno.ai, sunoai.com അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് നമുക്ക് കൺഫ്യൂഷൻ ആവുന്ന ലൈൻസ് ഇതായിരിക്കും പേരുണ്ടാവുക. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ വേണ്ടത് suno.com ആണ്. ഓക്കെ, പിന്നെ ഇതിലെ പ്രത്യേകത നമുക്ക് എല്ലാ ദിവസവും നമുക്ക് 5 പാട്ടുണ്ടാക്കാം. അതായത് ഇതാണ് ഉണ്ടാക്കുന്ന ഭാഗത്ത് ഞാൻ ഒന്നുകൂടി പറയാം. ക്രിയേറ്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഓപ്ഷൻ, അത് നമ്മളൊന്ന് ജസ്റ്റ് ഗൂഗിൾ ഏതെങ്കിലും അക്കൗണ്ട് വെച്ചൊരു യു നീഡ് ടു സൈൻ അപ്പ് ഫോർ എ ന്യൂ അക്കൗണ്ട്, ദെൻ ക്ലിക്ക് ഓൺ ക്രിയേറ്റ്. സോ വിൽ ബി ടേക്കൻ ടു എ പേജ് ലൈക്ക് ദിസ്. അതിൽ ലിറിക്സ് എഴുതാൻ, സ്റ്റൈൽ എഴുതാനൊക്കെ ഓപ്ഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ഓക്കെ, നമ്മൾ ചില സമയത്ത് നിങ്ങൾ എടുക്കുമ്പോൾ സിമ്പിൾ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഇതിലായിരിക്കും കിടക്കുക. സിമ്പിളിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് നമുക്ക് ലിറിക്സ് എഴുതാൻ സ്ഥലം കിട്ടില്ല. സോ വി നീഡ് ടു സ്വിച്ച് ടു കസ്റ്റം. ഒരു 80% കേസിലും വെൻ യു ഓപ്പൺ ഇറ്റ് വിൽ ബി ഇൻ ദ കസ്റ്റം മോഡ് ഓൺലി ആൻഡ് പേസ്റ്റ് ദ ലിറിക്സ് ഇൻ ദ ലിറിക്സ് ഏരിയ. ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ ഈ പല്ലവി എന്നൊന്ന് കളഞ്ഞിട്ടെ, ചരണം 1 കളയാം, കാരണം ലിറിക്സ് മാത്രം മതി. ചരണം 2 കളയാം. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ലിറിക്സ് ആഡ് ചെയ്തു. ഇനിയാണ് ഏറ്റവും രസമുള്ള ഭാഗം, സ്റ്റൈൽസ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. സ്റ്റൈൽസിൻ്റെ ഭാഗത്ത് നമുക്ക് ഈ പാട്ടിന് വേണ്ട പ്രത്യേകതകൾ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് നമുക്ക് അതൊക്കെ കൊടുക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, ഇപ്പം മെലഡിയാണ് വേണ്ടെങ്കിൽ മെലഡി നമ്മൾ ഇറ്റ്സ് ഓൾമോസ്റ്റ് ലൈക്ക് ഗിവിങ് കീവേഡ്സ്. ഓക്കെ, സോ മെലഡി, ഇപ്പോൾ ബോളിവുഡ് സ്റ്റൈലാണെങ്കിൽ ഒരു ബോളിവുഡ്. ഓക്കെ, പിന്നെ എന്താ പറയുക, രാഗം വേണമെങ്കിൽ രാഗം കൊടുക്കാം. ഇപ്പോൾ ഇതിൽ ഇവർ എന്തോ രാഗം സജസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. വയലിൻ ഇടാൻ പറയുന്നുണ്ടല്ലേ. ഐ എൻവിഷൻ എ ഹെവി യൂസ് ഓഫ് ഫ്ലൂട്ട് ഡ്യൂറിങ് ഇന്റർലൂഡ് ആൻഡ് വയലിൻ. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പം ഫ്ലൂട്ട് ഇടാൻ പറയുന്നുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ നമ്മൾ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഫ്ലൂട്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, 3 കാര്യങ്ങൾ നമുക്ക് 9 എണ്ണം വരെയും കൊടുക്കാം. ഞാൻ ഇട്ടേക്കുന്നത് മെലഡി, ബോളിവുഡ്, ഫ്ലൂട്ട്. പിന്നെ നമുക്കിവിടെ പാട്ടിന് പേര് കൊടുക്കാം. ഇപ്പൊ സൺസെറ്റ് അല്ലേ, സൺസെറ്റ് സോങ് വേർഷൻ 1. ഇത് ക്ലിക്ക് ക്രിയേറ്റ് കൊടുക്കാം. അപ്പൊ ഈ റൈറ്റ് സൈഡിലായിട്ട് പാട്ടുണ്ടായി വരും. അപ്പൊ ഓരോ പാട്ട് നമ്മൾ അറ്റംപ്റ്റിനും 2 വേരിയേഷൻസ് ഉണ്ടാവും. ഓക്കെ, ഒരു സെയിം ഫീച്ചേഴ്സ് വെച്ച് തന്നെ 2 വേരിയേഷൻ, 2 ഡിഫറെൻ്റ് ആയിരിക്കും കേൾക്കാനായിട്ട്. അങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് ഫ്രീ അക്കൗണ്ടിൽ ഒരു ദിവസം നമുക്ക് 5 ഡിഫറെൻറ്റ് പാട്ട് ഉണ്ടാക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ ഓരോ പാട്ടിനും 2 വേരിയേഷൻ. സോ ഇൻ ഇഫക്റ്റ് നമുക്ക് ഒരു ദിവസം 10 പാട്ട് കിട്ടും. ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ ബി ഡൗൺലോഡ് ആസ് എൻ MP3 ഫയൽ. ഓക്കെ, ഞാൻ ഫസ്റ്റ് പാട്ടൊന്ന് പ്ലേ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം. ഇതാണ് ലിറിക്സ് കേട്ടോ. I hope that is audible.
ചെമ്പകപ്പൂവണിഞ്ഞു മാനം തൊടുത്തു താഴെ കടലിന്റെ മടിയിൽ കതിരൊന്മയങ്ങുന്നു.
അങ്ങനെ ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി ഞാൻ പ്രത്യേകിച്ച് മെയിൽ ഫീമെയിൽ ഒന്നും പറഞ്ഞില്ല. അപ്പോൾ ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി അത് തന്നെ മെയിൽ ഫീമെയിൽ ചൂസ് ചെയ്തു. ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി തന്നെ ട്യൂണൊക്കെ ഇട്ടു. അങ്ങനെ അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ സെക്കൻഡ് വേരിയേഷൻ ഒന്ന് ട്രൈ ചെയ്ത് നോക്കാം.
ചെമ്പകപ്പൂവണിഞ്ഞു മാനം തൊടുത്തു താഴെ കടലിന്റെ മടിയിൽ കതിരോൻ മയങ്ങുന്നു.
അങ്ങനെ ഇനി നമുക്ക് ഇത് മാറ്റാനനുസരിച്ച് നമ്മളിപ്പം നമ്മുടെ കീവേഡ്സ് സ്റ്റൈല് മാറ്റാനനുസരിച്ച് മൊത്തത്തിൽ മാറും. ഞാനിപ്പം ഇത് മാറിയിട്ട് എന്താ പറയുക, ക്ലാസിക്കൽ സ്റ്റൈലൊന്ന് കൊടുത്തു നോക്കാം. ക്ലാസിക്കൽ, വയലിൻ, പിന്നെ ചില സമയത്ത് ഇവർ ഇത് തന്നെ സജഷനായിട്ട് രാഗമൊക്കെ പറയാറുണ്ട്. ഇത് മോഹനം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ രാഗമാണ്. സോ മോഹനം എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് നമുക്ക് കൊടുത്തു നോക്കാം. രാഗപഹാടി എന്ന് കൊടുത്തു നോക്കാം. ചിലപ്പോൾ അതായിരിക്കും ഇതിനെ അറിയാവുന്ന കൂടുതലും. ഓക്കെ, ഞാനിപ്പോൾ കൊടുത്താണ് ക്ലാസിക്കൽ വയലിൻ രാഗപഹാടി കേട്ടോ. ഇത് വേർഷൻ 2 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കാം. അപ്പോൾ സെയിം പാട്ട് തന്നെ ക്ലാസിക്കൽ മോഡിലേക്ക് മാറും. ഇതിൻ്റെ പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ ഭയങ്കര രസമാണ് കേട്ടോ. അതായത് ഇപ്പം നിങ്ങളിപ്പം ഈ സെഷൻ അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യുന്ന നിങ്ങളുടെ സ്പൗസിന് അത്ര എന്തൊക്കെയാണ് പഠിക്കുന്നതെന്ന് അറിയില്ലല്ലോ. അപ്പം സ്പൗസിൻ്റെ അടുത്ത് പറയരുത്. ഇപ്പോൾ സേ നിങ്ങളുടെ ഹസ്ബൻഡോ വൈഫിൻ്റെയോ ബർത്ത്ഡേ വരുന്നുണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങളുടെ വെഡിങ് ആനിവേഴ്സറി വരുന്നുണ്ടെന്ന് വെച്ചോ. അപ്പോൾ ആ സമയത്ത് നമ്മൾ ജെമിനിയിൽ പോയിട്ട് ഇവിടെ നമ്മൾ പറയാം, അസ്യൂം ദാറ്റ് യു ആർ എ ഫേമസ് സോങ് റൈറ്റർ, മൈ വൈഫ്സ് ബർത്ത്ഡേ ഈസ് കമ്മിങ് അപ്പ്, സോ ഷീ ഈസ് ഹെർ നെയിം ഈസ് ഇന്നാണ്, ഷീ ഈസ് വർക്കിംഗ് ആസ് ദിസ്, ഷീ ലവ്സ് ടു കുക്ക്. പിന്നെ ആളുടെ കുറേ ഇഷ്ടങ്ങളും കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ പറയാം. ഞങ്ങൾക്ക് ഇത്ര ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ ആയിട്ട് 2 പിള്ളേരുണ്ട്, അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് കുറേ കഥയൊക്കെ പറയാം. എന്നിട്ട് എന്താ പറയുക, ക്രിയേറ്റ് എ ബ്യൂട്ടിഫുൾ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഭയങ്കര ടച്ചിങ് ബർത്ത്ഡേ സോങ് ഫോർ മൈ വൈഫ് എന്ന് പറയാം. അപ്പം ഇൻ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഓർ മലയാളം അങ്ങനെ നമ്മൾ പറയാം. സോ ജെമിനി വിൽ ക്രിയേറ്റ് എൻ എക്സലൻറ്റ് സോങ് ഫോർ യു, ഫോർ യുവർ വൈഫ് ഓർ യുവർ ഹസ്ബൻഡ്, വിച്ച് വിൽ ബി കസ്റ്റം ടൈലേർഡ് ഫോർ ദാറ്റ് പേഴ്സൺ. എന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ നമ്മൾ പറഞ്ഞ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് എല്ലാം ഇൻകോപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ടായിരിക്കും പാട്ട് വരിക. അപ്പോൾ ഭയങ്കര ടച്ചിങ് ആയിരിക്കും. വൺസ് നമ്മൾ ആയതിനു ശേഷം നമ്മൾ സുനോയിലേക്ക് വന്നിട്ട് പേസ്റ്റ് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ഇപ്പം യൂഷ്വലി നമുക്ക് അറിയാമല്ലോ, ഇപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ വൈഫിൻ്റെ ഹസ്ബൻഡ് ടേസ്റ്റുകൾ അറിയാമല്ലോ. ഇപ്പം ചിലപ്പം ഫാസ്റ്റ് പാട്ടുകളായിരിക്കും ഇഷ്ടം, ചിലപ്പം സെലീൻ ഡിയോൺ പോലത്തെ പാട്ടുകളായിരിക്കും ഇഷ്ടം. അപ്പം നമുക്കിവിടെ ആർട്ടിസ്റ്റിൻ്റെ പേര് ഇവിടെ കൊടുക്കാൻ പറ്റില്ല, പക്ഷേ പാട്ടിൻ്റെ സ്റ്റൈൽ കൊടുക്കാം. പോപ്പ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് കൊടുക്കാം, എങ്ങനെ വേണമെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് കൊടുക്കാം. എന്നിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ക്രിയേറ്റ് കൊടുക്കാം. ഇപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് പിള്ളേർക്കാണ് നമ്മൾ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ, ഇപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ മോൾക്കൊക്കെ ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുന്നതെങ്കിൽ ഞാൻ കെ പോപ്പ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാലും കൊടുക്കുക. അപ്പോൾ അവരുടെ സ്റ്റൈലായിരിക്കും പാട്ട് വരിക. അങ്ങനെ നമുക്ക് എങ്ങനെ വേണമെങ്കിലും പാട്ട് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യാം. വൺസ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്തതിന് ശേഷം ഈ പാട്ടിൻ്റെ ഈ സൈഡിലായിട്ട് ഒരു 3 ഡോട്ട്സ് ഉണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ ക്ലിക്ക് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് ഡൗൺലോഡ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ബട്ടൺ കാണിക്കും. കണ്ടോ, ഈ ഡൗൺലോഡ് MP3 എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് ഈ പാട്ട് ഡയറക്റ്റ്ലി MP3 ആയിട്ട് ഡൗൺലോഡ് ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, എന്നിട്ട് പിന്നെ ചെയ്യണത് നമ്മൾ പ്ലേ സ്റ്റോറിൽ പോയി കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇങ്ങനെ കുറേ എന്താ പറയുക, ഇമേജ്, നമ്മൾ ഈ മൾട്ടിപ്പിൾ ഫോട്ടോസ്, ഈ ഫോട്ടോസ് ടു വീഡിയോ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ് സെർച്ച് ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കുറേ ഫ്രീ ആപ്സ് കിട്ടും. അപ്പോൾ അതിൽ നമുക്ക് ഇപ്പോൾ ബർത്ത്ഡേ ആണെങ്കിൽ വൈഫിൻ്റെ കുറേ ഫോട്ടോസ് ഗാലറിയിൽ നിന്ന് ഇതിലേക്ക് കൊടുക്കുക, ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട് ആയിട്ട് ഈ സോങ് കൊടുക്കുക. എന്നിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ക്രിയേറ്റ് കൊടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഒരു വീഡിയോ വിത്ത് ഫോട്ടോസ് ഓഫ് യുവർ വൈഫ് ബട്ട് ഓർ യുവർ ഹസ്ബൻഡ്, ആൻഡ് ദിസ് സോങ് വിൽ ബി റണ്ണിങ് ഇൻ ദ ബാക്ക്ഗ്രൗണ്ട്. ഓക്കെ, അപ്പോൾ അത് നമുക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഗിഫ്റ്റ്, ഒരു കസ്റ്റം ഗിഫ്റ്റായിട്ട് കൊടുക്കാം. അതിലേറ്റവും ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻറ്റ് പാട്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ AI ജനറേറ്റർ ആണെന്ന് പറയരുത്. കാരണം നമ്മൾ എപ്പോൾ AI ആണെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞോ അപ്പം അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു എന്താ പറയുക, ആ ഒരു വൗ ഫാക്ടർ പോയി. അപ്പം ഞാൻ സാറിന് പറയാം, എനിക്കൊരു ബാൻഡായിട്ട് പരിചയമുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ ബാൻഡിന് സ്പെഷ്യലായിട്ട് അവന്മാരെ പൈസ കൊടുത്ത് അവന്മാരെ ഉണ്ടാക്കി എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് കിട്ടുക. അപ്പോൾ അതാണ് ഭയങ്കര നമുക്ക് ഭയങ്കര ഇതൊക്കെ ആയിരിക്കും നമ്മുടെ ഫാമിലി ഗ്രൂപ്പ്സിലൊക്കെ അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റും. ഇനിയിപ്പോൾ നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിലൊക്കെ ആരെങ്കിലും ബർത്ത്ഡേ ഒക്കെ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ വേണമെങ്കിൽ ബർത്ത്ഡേ സോങ് ആയിട്ട് അങ്ങനെ വേണമെങ്കിൽ MP3 മാത്രം ഷെയർ ചെയ്യാം. അങ്ങനെ പല വിധത്തിൽ ചെയ്യാം. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി സെക്കൻഡ് പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഞാൻ അത് അടുത്ത സാധനം പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്യാൻ പറയാട്ടോ. ഞാൻ ആ ക്ലാസിക്കൽ ഒന്ന് കേട്ട് നോക്കട്ടെ.
ചെമ്പകപ്പൂവണിഞ്ഞു മാനം തൊടുത്തു താഴെ കടലിന്റെ മടിയിൽ കതിരോൻ മയങ്ങുന്നൊരു കാട്ടു വന്നു പുൽ.
ടിപ്പിക്കൽ നമ്മുടെ പണ്ടത്തെ ക്ലാസിക്കലായിട്ടുള്ള പാട്ടുകളില്ലേ, ആ ഒരു സ്റ്റൈലായിരിക്കും പാട്ട് വരിക. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ ഇതിന് പകരം ഇവിടെ ഇപ്പം ഡാൻസ് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് കൊടുക്കുന്നത്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫാസ്റ്റ് എനർജറ്റിക് എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞാൽ ഇത് ഫുള്ള് മാറിയിട്ട് എനർജറ്റിക് മോഡിലായിരിക്കും. ഓക്കെ, ഇനി സെക്കൻഡ് പ്രാക്ടിക്കൽ ആപ്ലിക്കേഷൻ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഇപ്പം നമുക്ക് KSOസിൻ്റെ ഒക്കെ ഇപ്പം ആനുവൽ കോൺഫറൻസ് ഉണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻ ബിറ്റ്വീൻ എന്തെങ്കിലും ചെറിയ നിങ്ങൾ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ എന്താ പറയുക ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻ്റ് ആയിട്ട് ഇഫ് യു ആർ ഓർഗനൈസിങ് ഒരു വർക്ക്ഷോപ്പോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒരു കോൺഫറൻസ് കണ്ടക്ട് ചെയ്യുകയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിൻ്റെ ഒരു തീം സോങ് ഉണ്ടാക്കാൻ പറ്റും. അതിപ്പോൾ ചെയ്യുന്നത് വളരെ സിമ്പിളാണ്. നമ്മൾ അപ്രോച്ച് എങ്ങനെയാണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഒന്നെങ്കിൽ നമ്മൾ ജെമിനി പോയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ആ കോൺഫറൻസിൻ്റെ ഫുൾ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് അയച്ചു കൊടുക്കുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഈ ജെമിനിയുടെയും ചാറ്റ് ഒക്കെ പ്രത്യേകത ഇറ്റ് ക്യാൻ റീഡ് എനിത്തിങ് ഫ്രം എ ഫോട്ടോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഫ്രം എ PDF. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് പരിപാടിയുടെ ബ്രോഷർ ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഈ പ്ലസിലേക്ക് ആയിട്ട് നമുക്ക് ബ്രോഷർ അറ്റാച്ച് ചെയ്ത് കൊടുക്കാം. ഓക്കെ, ഇത് നമ്മൾ പറയാം എന്താ പറയുക, വി ആർ ഓർഗനൈസിങ് എ ഇവന്റ് ആൻഡ് ഓൾ ദ ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് ആർ അറ്റാച്ച്. We want to create a very energetic theme song for this particular event. Assume that you are a famous songwriter and create a theme song in Malayalam അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇംഗ്ലീഷ്. അപ്പം ഈ നമ്മുടെ ബ്രോഷറിൽ കൊടുത്തേക്കുന്ന ഡീറ്റെയിൽസ് എല്ലാം ഇൻകോപ്പറേറ്റ് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഇത് ഭയങ്കര അടിപൊളി ഒരു തീം ഉണ്ടാക്കും, തീം സോങ് ഉണ്ടാക്കും. ആ തീം സോങ് ഞങ്ങൾ സുനോയിൽ പോയിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇവിടെ ഇട്ട് കൊടുക്കും. ആകെയുള്ള ഡിഫറൻസ് നമ്മൾ യൂഷ്വലി തീം സോങ് ആകുമ്പോൾ എനർജറ്റിക് അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻസ്പയറിങ് അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടാണ് ചെയ്യാം. എനിക്ക് ലാസ്റ്റ് സൺഡേ ഗിരിധർ ഐ ഹോസ്പിറ്റലിൽ സെഷൻ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അപ്പോൾ ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ട്രയലായിട്ട് എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഐ വെൻ ടു ജെമിനി ആൻഡ് ഇൻസ്ട്രക്ടഡ് ടു ടെൽ മീ 500 വേർഡ്സ് റിഗാർഡിങ് ഗിരിധർ ഐ ഹോസ്പിറ്റൽ. സോ അതൊരു 500 വേർഡ്സ് തന്നു. എന്നിട്ട് ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു ഐ വാണ്ട് ടു ക്രിയേറ്റ് എൻ ആന്തം സോങ് ബേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ ദ എബവ് റൈറ്റപ്പ്. അപ്പോൾ ഓട്ടോമാറ്റിക്കലി ഇറ്റ് ക്രിയേറ്റ് എൻ ആന്തം സോങ്. ഏറ്റവും രസമുള്ള എന്ന് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ പാട്ടിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് അവർക്കൊരു ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റിംഗ് ടാഗ് ലൈൻ ഉണ്ട്. ആ ടാഗ് ലൈൻ വരെയും പാട്ടിൽ വന്നു എന്നുള്ളതാണ്. ഞാൻ ജസ്റ്റ് ഒരു ഫസ്റ്റ് 30 സെക്കൻഡ്സ് പ്ലേ ചെയ്യാം. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ അതിൻ്റെ ലൈൻസ് ഇത് കൊടുത്തത്, അതിൻ്റെ കീവേഡ്സ് കൊടുത്തത് ആന്തം, ഇൻസ്പയറിങ്, എനർജറ്റിക് എന്നായിരുന്നു. മലയാളത്തിലാണ് കൊടുത്തത് കേട്ടോ. ഇതായിരുന്നു ലിറിക്സ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു.
മിഴികളിൽ പുതുദയം, വഴികളിൽ പൂക്കാലം, ഇരുളകളെ മായവേ, കനവുകൾ തെളിയവേ, ജീവിതം സാന്ദ്ര സംഗീതം, കരുതലേകും കൈകളാലെ കാഴ്ചതൻ പുണ്യതീരം, ഗിരിധാരായി സ്ഥിതു വിശ്വാസത്തിൻ ഗോപുരം, ഗിരിധാരായി സ്ഥിതു കൊച്ചിതൻ സ്നേഹഗീ.
ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു ഐഡിയ കിട്ടിയോ? അപ്പം അതേപോലെ നമുക്കിപ്പോൾ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് സ്വന്തമായിട്ടൊരു ക്ലിനിക്ക് ഉണ്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഡിപ്പാർട്ട്മെൻറ്റിൻ്റെ ഒരു ഇതുണ്ടാക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ വർക്ക് ചെയ്യുന്ന ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂഷൻ വേണ്ടി ഉണ്ടാക്കണമെങ്കിലും നമുക്ക് ഇതിൽ കൊടുക്കാം. അപ്പം കീവേഡ്സിലാണ് അതിൻ്റെ മെയിൻ ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് ഇരിക്കുന്നത്. നമ്മുടെ കീവേഡ്സ് എത്രത്തോളം നല്ലതാണോ, ഈ ഇൻസ്പയറിങ്, എനർജറ്റിക്, അങ്ങനെ ആന്തം എന്നൊക്കെ പറഞ്ഞ് കീവേഡ്സ് വന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമുക്ക് കേൾക്കുമ്പോൾ ശരിക്കും ഒരു ഇൻസ്പിറേഷണൽ പോലത്തെ ഒരു ടോണിലായിരിക്കും പാട്ട് ക്രിയേറ്റ് ചെയ്യുക. ഓക്കെ, സോ ഇതൊക്കെയായിരുന്നു ഇന്ന് കവർ ചെയ്യാൻ ഉദ്ദേശിച്ച ടോപ്പിക്സ്. So I'm sure that you learned a lot of interesting aspects today. So this is just a beginning. So we are planning to cover more interesting aspects in the coming session. Now the floor is open for Q&A. So
Thank you, Dr. Sharon. It was a very interesting session, a very good beginning. I'm very happy both as an attendee as well as an organizer, because it just started my guided journey in AI. I've been trying all this, and very surprisingly, I was trying a song with Suno, just like what you said, and I made a wonderful song 2 days back. I'm just making a video of it, in the process of it, for KSOS itself, not for my personal thing. So, and I'm happy that you included that as well in the first session. And second thing, as an organizer, because I saw that almost 165, 168 attendees were there. And throughout the 2 hours, none of them exited the session. So all of them were sitting throughout the 2 hours, and it's a wonderful thing. Thank you so much. The floor is open for question and answers. If somebody wants to ask, I can raise questions to Dr. Sharon directly. Or you want to continue the discussion in the chat, WhatsApp group? Is it late?
no, sir. If it's late, we can do this, sir. If anyone wants to turn on the chat and ask something.
There is one hand raise. Can you
Yes, sir.
identify the
Dr. Abel. Yes.
Abel, you want to ask something?
What about the copyright and such rules when you use AI?
Yes, sir. That's a very interesting question, sir. I forgot to cover that. Rule, suppose if you are using Suno for creation, the rule with Suno is like, suppose if you are using the free plan of Suno, we can use it for our own personal use. There is no issue in because whatever that is created with Suno is brand new. It's not based on anything that is previously created. So there is no copyright violation. We can use it for all our personal uses if it's a free plan. But if you are having the paid plan of Suno, we can use it in an official way. Like they are telling, like as soon as you buy having a premium account, you own the copyright for the audio that you create. So you can use it for YouTube videos or whatever that you want, and the song belongs to you. And suppose if we are in the coming sessions, we'll be learning about creating images and medical images as well as flyers and all those aspects with Gemini. So whenever you are creating illustrations or images with AI, the copyright belongs to you. So there is no copyright violation there also. We can use it. But however, if you are planning to publish something, say you are planning to write a case report, and in that you created a realistic image of one particular scenario, say particular clinical condition, and you are not openly telling like you used AI for this, but it's so realistic, like a person who are looking at things like this is a real clinical finding, and then you are publishing it, that is a copyright violation. We cannot use a clinical image that is AI generated in a publication. That has to be a real person's photo. But if it's a flow chart, if it's an illustration, that can be used in a clinical publication, that is acceptable. Only thing is like in the acknowledgement section, we have to clearly mention like this particular illustration is created with AI. That's completely acceptable.
Thank
That's
you.
it, sir.
Actually, the last part of it was what amazed everybody, rather than the research part.
Yes, sir. That's why I included that, sir, because
Always you
then,
should add some masala at the end,
yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's my usual
Actually,
style only, sir.
It's excellent.
So the next time everyone will be interested also to attend the session too, because
And
there
they'll
will be
wait till
something.
the end to
Yeah,
see
yeah, yes, sir.
masala.
Yes, sir. There should be something.
It's nice. Any other question? Somebody
So
was
that-
asking how to export as Word. You know, you said Google Doc.
And Google
From
Docs, yeah,
there.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
That step alone, if you can show.
Sure,
Anything,
sure, sure,
what you see in Google Doc, just open the file and save it as doc.
Yes.
That's
My
what
screen is
Download.
visible, sir. So, okay. So, this is the Google Docs where we exported from Gemini. In that, there's a file option here. And here we can see the download option, where you have the option to download as a Word file or a PDF file.
Hope the person who asked is watching this.
Yeah. So, we have a hand raise from Dr. Anita. Dr. Anita.
Yeah,
Yes, ma'am. Hi, ma'am.
good evening. Great session, Dr. Sharon, and
Thank you, ma'am.
thank you for that. So I wanted to ask you whether if we are having a data of a study in the Excel sheet, and if you are uploading and asking for the statistical analysis and all, whether we should
Yes,
have a
ma'am.
paid version or a free version will do that.
So we are covering that in the detail in the upcoming session, ma'am, but I'll just show you. So this is a tool that we will be using for analysis, ma'am. It's called Julius AI. So Julius has got a free plan as well as a paid plan. In the free plan, there is a daily usage limit. I'll I'll show it later on. So Julius has in the free plan, it allows you to do, ma'am. But thing is like, just like Gemini I had shown, they have a paid model and a free model. So the paid model is more accurate. Free model also do it well, but accuracy will be better, especially if you are doing some complex analysis like regression analysis or time series analysis, or you are doing some complex visualization like box whisker plot and all. That time it's better to go for the paid plan, because in the paid plan we can get access to their model called reasoning model, which is a bit more accurate. And there is also some like a monthly limitation also for a number of times you can use it for analysis. So in case we are serious with the research, it's always better to take at least 1 month of Julius for analyzing data when you in the month in which you're planning to do the data analysis. So that's that one thing, ma'am. Second thing is in addition to Julius, there are other AI tools also, and those tools like even Gemini can do this. Those tools will allow you to do the analysis in the free plan. Again, accuracy will be highly different if you are having a paid plan.
And limitation will be there, I think. Yeah?
Yes, ma'am. That limitation will be there. But there are some tricks to get the paid plan of Gemini for free. Trick is like, let me open that.
How much is that this Julius?
Julius is around $20 per month, ma'am. but it's around 2000 rupees. But thing is like it's created by a data scientist. He is in himself is a researcher. So because of that, he has something called he's offering something called academic researcher discount, which means that suppose if we are already published one or two articles, we can just send them a mail to them telling like we are a researcher, and we send the DOA link of our article. Then instantly our they will give a 50% discount for our plan, and we will be able to like from next month onwards we just need to pay 1000 rupees. So such an option is there. Now
1000
this is
rupees
one
only. Okay.
1000 rupees only per month if needed.
Okay.
This is one thing I think this will be useful for you. Like this Ambani and Gemini, they have a tie-up. Okay, recently this happened I think some few months back. So it's like suppose if you are having a Geo plan at home, so it can be either for you or suppose if your spouse is having Geo, just open the My Geo app. So within My Geo, when you scroll down, you will see a banner like this. Okay, telling like Gemini 3 is here. Just click on that, and usually you will be in a monthly plan of Geo. And now there are two monthly plans. Like there are some monthly plans with 5G plan and monthly plans with 4G plan. Most probably you will be having the 5G plan only. And if you are having 5G, automatically tell you like you are eligible for a free upgrade to Gemini Pro for the next 1.5 years. Okay, and we just activate that, and instantly your Google account will be updated to the paid plan, and we don't even need to attach our credit card or UPI or anything. It will be an instant upgrade, and actually the free that one pro plan of Gemini costs around 2000 rupees per month. So this is actually an offer that is worth 36,000 rupees, and this is absolutely free for all the Indians. And we will get it activated. And in addition to that, our Google Drive also gets activated, a bit upgraded from our usual storage. You will get an additional storage of 2 TB. And later on in one of the session, we will be learning a tool by Google called Notebook LM that also gets activated. And all our limitations will be becomes 5 times, like all the daily usage limitation, pro plan, etc. that will be removed. So this is an interesting plan that you can consider if you have a Geo account.
Very nice. I have a Geo account also.
Then you can try that, ma'am.
Thank you.
Okay, ma'am.
Similarly, Airtel also is giving perpetuity.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, I think we can wind up. Sujit?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So module 1 is coming to an end. Thank you so much for the participation. Thank you, Dr. Sharon, for all the sincere effort you have taken in bringing this up. We will have the second module exactly 1 month later on 5th of March. I understood that some of you had problems in logging into Zoom today. Please bear with us. This is the first module. Second module, probably you will not have the same problem. The other details of the second module and further updates will be there in the WhatsApp group. So thank you so much, and very good night to all of you.